They're taking the hobbits to Isengard?
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
To Isengard.
The hobbits.
To be fair, the orcs were also taking each other to Isengard.
Yes.
A lot of people are going to Isengard.
Welcome to
All
Isengard.
roads lead to Isengard.
No, we're just kidding. Welcome back to Eldingheim session 61 of 63.
No,
We're getting
69.
close.
Come on.
Come on.
We're getting close to the end here, folks. So let's not waste any time here and get started. Who here would like to read?
I'll do it.
You'll do it,
I
Chris.
don't mind actually
Thank you for
volunteering.
volunteering.
I wanted to do it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. If you wanted to do it, you're more than welcome to.
Fight.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, I win. It's me.
Damn, okay.
We're fighting over who's reading it.
This doesn't happen.
Episode 60, Blood in the Water. The party arrived in the Viking pirate city of Harkarlahofen and goes shopping to prepare for their journey. Stonk received another infernal flower from the shadow of hell in the shop in secret. Loris stole some knives.
What's that dog doing?
What that dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Loris stole some knives after Stonk dropped a potion bottle, and the party bought an overpriced and raggedy bag of holding. But we now have a bag of holding. Episode 60 of 63.
Lauren, you held out on it. So
Yeah, I did.
Lauren, can we possibly next campaign get it just a tad bit
You know, you're just not getting one now.
The party seeks out the temple of Isa.
Yeah.
And Slane and fucking, who else? Loris, scope it out, disguised as human priestesses of Tevesta. They make an offering and prepare to rob the temple blind of its stolen treasures that were donated. The party regroups and discusses their plans. Stonk will distract the worshippers in the main hall by making larger offerings. Otto would come in with a second distraction, barring Slane and Loris get in trouble. Slane and Loris will sneak into the storeroom to steal the treasures collected by the church. That was a mouthful. Loris and Slane slink into the shadows together, unspotted by anyone, as they pick the lock further into the heart of the temple. They find a pit of water surrounded by treasures, spell scrolls, and a map to the Shark's Isle. The plan succeeds quickly, and the party make away with many treasures.
The party makes away with many treasures.
Yes. Yeah. Using the map, the party descended down into the ocean depths, using the 2 spell scrolls they stole that allowed them to breathe underwater, taking a single rest on the ocean floor and evading hungry sharks before finding Tevesta's shark-infested lair below the isle.
Shark-infested layer.
Yes,
Shark-infested layer below the shark-infested isle.
After briefly
It's a lot of sharks.
exchanging words, where Stonk just threatened Tevesta and she said, "Go fuck yourself," the party engages Tevesta in her frozen graveyard of shipwrecks. Sharks circled the inside of her lair. After Loris hit Tevesta with his thrown dagger, she used her icy harpoon to grapple him and reel him into her hand. Otto attempted to help Stonk by casting a hasting spell onto him, but dropped concentration soon after when he attempted to restrain Tevesta in webbing. This leaves Stonk unable to fight as the exhaustion on the spell takes over him.
Man, I like the extra emphasis you're adding to this.
Otto pays for his folly as Tevesta wedges her harpoon into his gut, critically striking him and wedging it deeper into him, and causing Otto to bleed out. Otto's concentration on Stonk's spell breaks again, stunning Stonk again, as Tevesta continues to ravage Stonk, Otto, and Loris. Slane seeks the floor of the lair for magical items, finding a small prismatic buckler which does jack shit.
No.
Protected me from one
immediately.
Honestly, with that one hit might have doomed us all.
That one hit actually.
Yeah.
It was a
throws
genuine
himself-
chance.
Don't
that would've
shit on
doomed
the
us all.
prismatic buckler.
I won't. Stonk throws himself endlessly at Tevesta, receiving several nearly fatal hits in return and eventually being rendered unconscious after he insulted her. Slane uses his magic to polymorph Laris into a giant megalodon who has non-magical attacks, and Otto throws a flask
anti-shark ball.
he found on the ground that dispels most of the sharks in an area and irritates Tevesta.
The reverse Pokeball.
As a megalodon, Lars attempts to bite Tevesta, but his attacks are rendered useless against her scarred and icy skin. Regardless, it distracts her away from killing Stonk, as she immediately charged Lars in a furious frenzy. Slane healed Stonk after he gets flung away from Tevesta in a furious current. Stonk proceeds to throw himself right back into the fray, despite still being badly wounded. Tevesta retaliates with an attack that renders the healing he received null. Slane heals Stonk back to consciousness behind Tevesta as she continues to ruthlessly attack Loris in his Megalodon form. Tevesta attempts to kill the Megalodon, but is stopped by a somehow still breathing Stonk, whose sentinel attacks her from behind. Angered that he isn't dead yet, Tevesta knocks him out for a second time, and then flings his body away with a current. Slane heals Stonk one final time, and Otto hides, preparing to haste Stonk again if he goes for the kill. Stonk applies the Infernal Flower to his halberd, and using every action he has at his disposal, he swims straight for her chest and pierces her with a final fiery smite that kills her. Her body becomes enveloped in blackened roots emerging from her chest, and she became a bloody and bleeding tree submerged in the icy water.
I think that I'll just end by reading that last description again, and then we'll get into you guys looting her lair as she lies in
How do
agony.
you do a fiery smite underwater?
Wow.
It was supposed to do half damage underwater.
I did do half damage underwater.
Yeah, Laris,
It was
you get-
mainly the weapon damage that
You
killed her.
absolutely get flung away.
I am actively on top of this tree before
Yeah,
I get eaten.
You are, I will say, at the moment, like, somewhat tangled in some of the branches as you were kind of, like, launched outward. But Tevesta's wound gaped open from the attack, and the black tendrils snaked out from within, entangling her body in a grotesque and ominous embrace. Like a nightmarish web, these writhing tendrils coil around her form, transforming into a sinister network of blackened roots and branches. The tendrils seem to feed on her pain and suffering, their malevolent hunger fueling their growth and intensity. The cracks and crevices in her skin bleed, mingling with the surrounding water, as if painting the ocean in her torment. The blood-infused water stirs a frenzy among the sharks that inhabit her lair, their instincts heightened by the blood.
Blood.
So, Tevesta's fucking dead. She just turned into a frighteningly grotesque and still ever-bleeding tree. What do y'all do?
I scream as I get flung into the middle distance.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
scream
good.
in victory.
I don't know how you doing.
Can I assess how everyone... Can I assess how injured everyone is in this moment?
Make a perception check.
A perception check.
You should be good at those.
You say that. Oh,
Yes.
30.
Everybody is fucked. You should probably, get to land as
Can
soon
we
as
all
possible.
describe how everyone's looking?
Yeah,
'Cause-
everybody individually. Just describe what you're up to, where you are, how are you floating?
Stonk raised one arm in victory, because the other one is holding gaping holes in his chest. Because he did get harpooned twice through the gut and killed in that way.
And crit twice.
Yeah, and crit twice. So they went straight through. The
Yikes.
salt water is great for that.
Speaking of people with holes in their gut, Otto.
I think we all got harpooned.
Only Otto and Stonk got crit. But everyone got harpooned, I think.
Yeah.
No, because Slane never got harpooned.
I did get harpooned.
you
But
did
she
get-
literally harpooned me after I rezzed you. When you dropped the second time,
Yeah.
she was like, oh, you're the one who brought him back, and immediately speared through the chest.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but she didn't grapple you, though.
Well, 'cause she did grapple me, but then she flung everyone away
Yeah.
60 feet.
Oh, I see.
She
Yes,
grappled
you're
you
right.
and then said you're not worth it. And you
Pretty much, yeah.
Got it. I remember
So
now.
Otto,
Yeah, Otto is, he's currently, doubled over, oh, owie, the hole in my gut hurts.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, the turret is, mostly fine.
Slane, you see just, the pool of red that is just, almost like a the very scared squid just like kind of inks all the area all around Otto.
I'm gonna...
You can barely see the rest of his body from like within the cloud.
I'm gonna first level cure wounds
Okay.
to stop this bleeding.
You hear the scream as he gets... Because he was on top of her when she died. You see him get yeeted into the yacht. He probably, like, hits the top of, like, the ship, crashes into it, and just...
You likely are, like, thrown off, like, upwards a little bit and into some of the sharks that seem to be frenzied around
And
around
I'm
the area.
bleeding.
And you are bleeding.
And you see me just, like...
Laris is in peril. He needs help.
slapping sharks.
As I am raising my hand in victory, I'm also going to use 15 points of lay on hands to heal
You
myself.
could have used that.
I could have used that the entire time.
Yep.
It said he made Slane do it.
I was down too quickly to use it.
I'd like to stab a shark.
I was either stunned or down on the ground.
Can I, like, begin making my way over towards Laris, preparing to cast a Cure Wounds upon him?
He's far off away, because he was the one who wasn't knocked away by Tavesta's current, if you don't remember.
Oh, he's far away.
Yeah, so he's far away.
I got knocked the other direction.
I'll start trying to take out some of the sharks that are around him in a frenzy.
So,
Which only
Slane...
makes the frenzy worse.
No, now they have something to target for their frenzy.
Their frenzy gets worse, but they're, like, not actively focused on you. They're smelling blood from everywhere. They're taking bites out of each other. That's how confused they are.
That's metal.
And the sharks all just gotta be so goddamn confused for a century or two.
Yeah. Sharks are definitely losing a couple IQ points the next couple
This
years.
is definitely going to affect the trout population.
This is definitely going to affect the trout population.
Surfers, don't go surfing anytime soon.
Yeah.
I would like to not make my way towards Laris, but like still make my way towards Otto, while taking out some of the sharks.
At this point, when you're doing this, the water is no longer blue. It's almost taking on like a faint pink.
Ooh. Tasty.
You know, this fight has taught me spell storing item really good. I shouldn't use shield with it.
Yeah.
Whenever you have a spell storing item, shield.
No, so I assumed that I'd be attacked more often. No, I needed to change that to cure wounds so I could use it 10 times.
Can I be honest? I think I fucked up taking Mountain Combatant.
Dude, you did. Yeah, I'm fucking useless right now.
We could have cast breathe underwater on the horse and taken the horse with us.
Nah, I literally, since the moment I took Mountain Combatant, I've never used the mountain. It is a functionally
It would have been so much more useful if we had more time.
Yep.
But we don't.
Because I think I would have used it for the entirety of, like, the Andor hunting arc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would have gotten its usefulness.
It did get its usefulness. It's just off-camera usefulness.
Yeah.
So it was for the aesthetic.
Oof. Unfortunate.
Stonk's OP enough. You can lose a feat.
Worth it.
I will be casting a 3rd level Cure Wounds on Otto when I finally make it over to him.
Alright. So, do you all, during the frenzy of the sharks, do you all attempt to make your way up onto the coast to land? Or do you immediately, do you all find, an area to resituate underwater, heal up, and then start taking the items?
Yeah, we don't want to come back here ever again.
You healed for 27, by the way.
This layer is, right next to the aisle, so you guys could theoretically go up and down and, bring stuff back and forth, but you would have to go through the infested sharks at both times.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
I'd rather only go through the infested sharks once when we're leaving.
That's true.
Let's just rest somewhere and then we can go loot.
Can we take a short shark rest?
Assuming we don't...
Probably not a short rest unless you can find an area completely safe enough.
I just say let's
You
loot.
are actively in her lair right now, so...
Let's just loot real fast and then...
Alright. Sounds good. Could all of you please make me an investigation check? There's a chance you might not find all of these.
I'm making sure to pick up the turret. I know that's probably...
Sine, you still have proficiency in investigation.
Yep, and I'm going to cast guidance upon myself too.
That fell on the floor.
I
That
can't
doesn't
give
count.
advantage to anyone, can I?
I just...
Got it.
It hurt my soul. It just rolled out of my hand as I was rolling. My soul.
Ooh.
It's
13.
I don't think I need to roll higher, but I could certainly try.
That's a 22.
Alright, Otto got a 22. What'd Stomp get?
13.
13.
flat roll.
What did Slane get?
25.
25, Laris.
14 flat roll.
14. Okay. So, let's see.
I want gold. I spent all my gold on a distraction and I haven't got it back.
So,
Opens back a holding underwater.
Stonk.
Oh shit.
You know, I'll get to I'll do Stonk last because you just rolled the worst. But let's start with Laris then.
Second worst.
Laris, you find when you're looking on the ground what appears to be like a beautifully crafted and ornate like water container with a bunch of like intricate like carvings in it, adorned with like beautiful like small little gemstones and carvings.
So like a vase or like a water skid?
It's like a really nice water horn. Because as you open it, you can see the little of the water that comes out. A decanter of endless water.
Ooh.
Endless. Now, this is an important question. Is this another saltwater decanter?
No, it is a normal
Okay.
freshwater one. This one was stolen. It does not belong to Tevesta.
Okay.
She hadn't gotten around to salting it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. You guys could theoretically refill the ocean with the Tevesta's horn. You could not refill the ocean with this.
Okay.
Oh.
Now,
Maybe just tie it to the end of like the bag of holding.
Can we
Slane.
find Tefesta's horn and just raise the sea levels a bit?
You see tangled in the debris on the bottom of the ocean floor a beautiful, like, lightweight, almost like nearly invisible, so you almost don't even see it like chainmail. And you lift it from the water and it seems to meld like seamlessly with clothing as well, as you find elven chain.
Ooh.
Is it
It's a chain
elven
shirt.
chain or
You're not sure, but it's unlike anything you've ever seen before, and it doesn't hinder your movement, if you know what that does. It's medium armor, even if you don't have proficiency, you can wear it.
Ooh. I mean, I don't have the strength to wear medium armor is
Yeah.
my problem.
Yeah, we just.
I don't. You think it negates everything? You could just wear it.
Yeah, so here's what it says. You gain a +1 to AC while you're wearing this armor. You're considered proficient with this armor even if you lack proficiency with medium armor. Made of interlocking metal rings, the chain shirt is worn between layers of clothing or leather. It offers modest protection to the wearer's upper body and allows the sound of rings rubbing against one another to be muffled by the outer layers.
So I don't even have disadvantage on my stealth either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just slip this on while beginning to
While underwater.
You found the decanter.
Yes,
Yeah.
struggling to put it on
I got it.
underwater.
I don't know. You can put it on later.
Okay.
You
Just like sling it
putting
over
on
your shoulder.
chainmail is already hard enough, but doing it
Slane
underwater
has no experience in putting on
on top of
chainmail.
all the stuff that you're wearing.
You're putting it on wrong.
Yeah.
-5 to your AC.
Meanwhile, because both of you two rolled over a 20, I'll say that you also find a second thing.
Ooh.
So another thing that you find, Otto, is you see, like, on the ground, you're kind of, like, swimming around, you're like, what's around? It's like, ooh, these look like fancy fish eggs! And you, like, kind of lift them up, and these small translucent beads, like, kind of shimmer with a otherworldly light. They're beads of force. Can you roll a d4 to see how many you find?
Oh.
Yeah, let me. I'm just gonna roll chat.
Just chomp them.
Eat it! They're Orbeez!
Eat the fish
I
egg.
got 2
2, so that is 6. You find 6 beads of force.
beads of force.
Does he find out that they're beads of force by eating one like it's a gusher?
Dying instantly.
Slane, the next thing you find is you see also kind of like glowing in the debris below 2 beautiful, like colorful gemstones that appear to like kind of glow under the water slightly.
Mhm.
And you kind of push them aside to kind of like look at what color they could be. I need to see what exactly you need to roll to figure out exactly what kind it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so in the bot, roll 1d14. And you have to do it twice.
What is it?
2d14.
Finds 2 glowing stones.
7 and 13.
Alright.
The most and least lucky.
That's like
4, 5.
that's like 20 altogether.
That is 20.
Oh!
Cool.
You find one of a beautiful scarlet, like marbled scarlet and blue, like gemstone as
Ooh.
one of them, and then 13 is the next one.
Yep.
I don't like that one.
Do you want me to re-roll
Can you
another?
re-roll that one?
What would have been?
It's a legendary one that I don't think is appropriate.
11.
11?
You
Alright.
got 7-11?
I got 7-11.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my god, that's also another... Wait, hold on.
Okay.
11, hold on, wait a minute. Did I count wrong? I think I counted wrong. Give me a second.
Okay.
1,
How's it
2,
going, gang?
So it's
5,
like a
6,
red
I
marble
have
with
no
blue.
plus modifier to my
9,
investigation. I wish I could have helped you guys instead
Oh,
of
that was my bad.
searching
It's a
myself.
it's a D12, not a D14.
I'm like, a D14
yeah,
is one I've
because it's
never...
the exact. It would be the exact same thing regardless. So just roll a D12 for the other one then.
Okay. Roll 1 D12.
Stonk finds tree.
Another 7.
I'm
Okay.
gonna find like 2
So-
electrons.
So roll another one because I don't want you to find 2 of the same.
Just tell me to... God damn it, another 7! Okay, I'm gonna... No.
Just roll a physical 1d12.
12! It's not a reroll.
I swear to God, Lord, if I have to reroll...
I think we just have to do it. I don't care if it breaks the game. You just gotta.
Oh,
You find a vibrant purple one.
Yo.
Okay, so you find a beautiful like blue. I'll say you find like a blue sapphire, and then like a beautiful like dark amethyst. All right.
I will never
Then
forget
Otto,
what those
for your
Yeah.
second item that you find, you kind of like pull out of the ground, and it's kind of like wedged in there, so you have to like kind of work it out. A massive, sturdy shield made of barnacled wood and rusted metal. And as you kind of like pull it out, you notice that, well, it should sink like super fast to the bottom. It doesn't really, and it's clearly a magical shield of some sort.
Yo. Oh, man, good thing I just got Warcaster.
Stonk, you're looking for a cool weapon. You're looking for something you can use.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you find a small, slender wind chime, rusted and worn by the ocean. Appears to be made of some sort of fine metal and adorned with obscured symbols. It's about like a couple inches big, and you're a little frustrated you didn't find something more glamorous, but that's what you got. You aren't sure what it does.
how much gold did we also grab?
Right. Can you all roll 1d100 for me?
Yeah. All of us?
Yep, everyone
Okay.
individually.
Okay, good. Because
I
if we trust
fucking
Tyler with his
shield.
roll.
Hey! Okay, I got 19.
That's worse than last time. I'm gonna laugh if I... God damn
19!
it.
19 gang!
57.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
59.
Add a 0 to it. That's how much gold you get. So, Laris and
Wow.
Slane both get 190 gold.
Yep.
Right?
Wow.
You get
We
570, and then you get 590. Stonk is too focused on just carrying
Pretty
all the gold.
I see a lot of gold. That's
We-
why I
we-
find fucking wind
We
chimes.
killed God and we couldn't even afford a new bag of holding.
I can afford a new bag of
I
holding.
can afford a new bag.
I
of
can
holding.
afford a new bag of holding.
You're the only one who can't afford a new bag of holding.
I have
sorry.
100.
I'd have to haggle a little bit, but you know.
Alright.
I have 780 gold right now.
I have
You only didn't
816.
find one thing. Woohoo.
I have 190
Was it the one
gold.
thing that I was interested in?
No.
No.
What was it? You gotta tell us. There's an entrapment.
It was something for Slane, but it was just on the list and we didn't get to it.
The Elven Chain is for Slane as
Yeah,
well.
that one's also for you.
I
Yeah.
pocketed
Slane is
the,
low on magic items, so.
I pocketed
I'm
the wind chimes.
just equipping
and
the
I'll
Elven Chain
have
now.
someone identify it later.
Yeah.
Someone.
You have a pearl, right? Or do we need to grab you a
Much.
pearl down here while we're...
We'll say you find how many? Do you just need?
You
one
just
pearl?
need a pearl.
I'll
worth
say you
100
find
GP.
whatever you need.
For identify?
Pearl,
for identify.
You also have the 2 other spell scrolls.
I have the
Oh.
spell scrolls. I don't have identify prepared, but I can prepare it whenever.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and we're about to take a long rest anyways once we get upstairs, so...
Alright, let's, if we don't find anything else, though.
I do want to identify the shield when I have a chance.
Yeah, let's climb onto land first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Struggling against the freezing water as you all climb onto the rocky coast of the Shark's Isle, your bodies shivering from the chilling embrace of the ocean. The frigid waves have taken a toll on your strengths, and the after effects of this intense battle with Tevesta still linger on your weary bodies. The rocks are slick with ice and seaweed, making the climb out of the water a treacherous endeavor. With every step you fight against the biting cold and the relentless pull of the waves, your waterlogged clothing weighing you down like anchors. Your mouths are dry as you all fight the dehydration of the salty ocean, and you make your way up onto the solid, rocky coast, your bodies aching with the cold and fatigue. You all just collapse on the rocky coastline.
I don't think I will ever get salt water out of my ears. Or my asshole.
I don't know what you're complaining about. Stonk takes a swig of water, and you watch as it drains through his body and out through the holes in his chest.
He coughs a little bit, and you just see the geyser of water come out of his chest. I'm fine.
Lars leans forward to say something, and he just continues and plunges the other way.
You just fall face first. This isn't even... I don't even imagine this as like a sandy
It's
coast.
rock.
This is like sharp rocks,
Yeah.
you know?
We're still laying on it like it's
So,
soft
Laris,
sand.
you just straight up bludgeon your head on your fall.
I'm out.
You're out. Yeah, Laris has sustained a second terminal brain injury.
We're on one of those fucking Oregon Coast gravel beaches that
Yeah.
just suck to walk on.
Yep.
Can I, like, once we get up above, I like to cast light on, like, a crossbow bolt, like, the very tip of it, and, like, begin doing, like, a concussion check for everyone, you know, like,
Yeah.
you put, like, the light to see the pupils dilate, you know, do...
Otto seems okay. Stonk seems fine enough, I guess. Laris is not doing so hot.
I'm gonna... I'll carry Laris and try and head further inland.
As you go further inland, this is one of those, like, really... Like, when you guys were walking up onto the coast, like, it took you a while... Like, it was shallow, but it took you a while to get to the coast.
Yeah.
And it takes you another long while to get to a cliffside where you find a small cave that can safely house you all away from the elements.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast a Cure Wounds to try and stabilize as much brain damage.
You're feeling better, Laris.
Yeah.
This is the second time he's saved you from that.
I'm gonna end up like Elric. The brain's just gonna be black ooze when you get
His brain is just gonna be black.
It's like that one French dude that's like missing 90% of his brain.
But somehow can still
Phineas Gage.
function.
That was canonically Elric.
While Slane's casting, like, the Cure Wounds, you do hear under his breath, I don't know if I can fix brain damage a third time under his breath.
He's like, what does that mean?
Laris just mumbles, what that mean?
You can only get Phineas Gage so many times.
Before not even magic can save you.
Yeah.
Listen, your liver will grow back, so you can cut it out as many times as you want, right?
But your brain is not a liver.
So, you're all regaining your consciousness for the most part after pulling as many of the treasures as you could from beneath the surface onto land. You all just immediately, like, plop it into the cave, and I'm assuming that there's just Stonk, who's feeling probably a little bit more spry than the rest of everyone else, is just picking up all the coins that people dropped between, like, the rocky coasts, as Slane is healing everyone inside the cave.
That's why Slane and Lars have less. They picked up more and it just fell out of their pockets as they were...
Gold's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in retrospect, the only reason Otto is still with you guys is because that 8 wisdom.
That's fair.
He's smart enough to know it's a bad idea, but not wise enough to know he should leave.
You're smart enough to know it's a bad idea. You're not wise enough to know why.
Like, these guys have adventure, or he could freeze to death.
All of the above.
Also, you got money. You got paid.
You got a shit ton of money.
Because money's good when you're dead, right?
So,
True.
how do you all, as you come to, well, say a more clear sense of mind, react to said situation, as almost all of you are still recovering from near fatal wounds?
Are we taking the short rest?
Now is the time you can take that short rest, and
Short
I
rest
think
or long rest?
let's start with a short rest, just for you guys to, like, wind down a little bit and roleplay, and then it's long rest time.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and...
Otto's immediately going to try to take his mind off it and try to identify the shield.
Okay, you doing that immediately?
Yep.
as you identify said shield, like you're kind of just like toying with it, messing with it, looking it over. And then you kind of like see something on it. It's just like, oh, is this like a button or a latch of something? And you click it, and it animates.
Oh!
It's an animated shield.
Okay.
That's for you, buddy.
Oh boy. Animated shield.
It starts hovering around Otto.
Neat.
I'm back up to full HP.
Alright.
I took a short rest.
Oh, I was sorry. Oh, it automatically healed it for me. Oh, that's nice.
I have all my abilities back. I took a short rest.
I get none of my spell slots back.
I unfortunately do not have any spells still. But I have everything else.
I got my channel divinity back, I think.
I rolled 8d8 plus like a bajillion, and I'm still not back up to full.
I'm like 5 under full right now, but I figured that was enough. I will...
31!
Wow.
Do you see how many ones that is?
No, we're only going to see the total, I think.
I rolled 5d8 plus whatever. I got 4 ones.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yep.
Hey, I'm only 1 HP away from max. I'm
Okay,
fine.
it doesn't matter.
Well, I
know.
just think that that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
The Dice Gods did not like that I tried to do that.
I rolled 8d8 plus 32, and I'm still not to full.
I think I still have another 3d8 hit dice I can use still. I just didn't need it.
I didn't need the palette.
I would like to ask you to identify both the chain and the gems if possible.
I can do one or the other until a long rest.
Do gems, because
I want to know what the gems are.
The gems are 2 individual items.
I want to know what the purple gem is.
Alright.
tell us what the purple is.
I will use my last spell scroll of this to determine the purple gem.
The purple.
Oh.
It's just purple.
Oh. Okay, so there was 14. I'm just on a really bad formatted website. So
Okay.
do you want to go with the purple one, or did you want to go with the 14?
Honestly, I don't want to roll again, Lauren.
It's
I
purple.
rolled 5 times.
Do you want the purple one, or do you want the glowing white one?
Glowing white one.
Okay, instead of purple?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like you should.
You first kind of
She offered me with glowing white. That's clearly got to be
Damn.
a good thing.
you look at the white kind of I'll say that kind of glowing
Probably
white
should've sold
quartz, and you look at it and you're like, you identify it. Oh, when you hold this, you don't feel as hungry or as thirsty as you probably should.
It's iron stone.
So it's probably better I swapped? Question? I don't know.
Who in the party do we want to not eat food ever again?
What's Ironstone do again?
That particular.
It depends on what color it is.
As I
but-
recall, that particular
Oh.
stone is probably the one that means you never have to eat again.
Or drink.
Give it to the alcohol.
Give it to the alcohol. It's time to go sober, Slay.
What?
You could probably have
Frank.
auto mod the rune so it just has you be permanently drunk forever.
Oh my god. This will make Slane very happy. And then he dies of alcohol poisoning.
No. He specifically can't die of alcohol poisoning.
Oh god.
His
Even-
liver is magically reinforced.
Even Elamace has to give up eventually. He has to go take a shit.
He was sober for a little bit.
Elamace goes to take a
What?
shit and then your liver
Yeah, I
gets
figured out which one it is. As sustenance.
Dude,
Yeah.
come on, Josh.
I'm not going to add it to my inventory until we find out what the other one is, so I
Right.
don't figure out.
Sounds good. So is it long rest time, or do any of you wish to have exchange some words?
I'm waiting for someone else to go a little narcissistic first.
What?
He's literally pet picking.
What?
Yeah,
He's penny picking on the
I'm
beach.
picking up gold.
After killing God.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems in good spirit now that he's taken a short rest and has fully healed his injuries.
Yeah, you can see, you kind of, look onto the beach, you're just like, how's Stonk doing? And you see him kind of, hunched over, picking up gold between all the rocky, caverns, occasionally trailing blood behind him.
What's the logistics of a long rest fully healing you when you got impaled?
I know,
multiple
right?
times?
You know?
3 times.
That's 5e for you.
That was a short rest that gave me back all my HP.
Stonk?
What?
You should come lay down. Come sit
I'm
down.
fine.
You're not
Been impaled. I've been impaled.
multiple times.
I can see your guts. They're spilling out of you.
You're trailing blood behind you, Stonk. Come sit down.
Stonk will go shit down. After
just
like
shit
a little bit of grumbling. Like, I'm fine. What are you guys complaining about? You're all babies.
But
Just
he
you almost
sits
fall
down
over
and-
sitting down.
Yeah.
He sits down and the fucking small intestines pop out. He's like, oop.
Squish him back
Mechanically, it
in.
would absolutely suck ass. But in lore, it makes so much more sense for the alternate rule where a short rest is a day and a long rest is a week.
Mhm.
Because then you could at least pretend you could heal a bit in a
Right.
week.
Yeah.
Not in an hour.
But that would suck so much mechanically.
Yeah. That's for a campaign that we're not taking part of.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how Pathfinder works.
Yeah, you get your con mod back, and that's it, bitch.
Oh no!
Don't dump con.
I dumped Con!
That means you actually lose health on...
No, I didn't.
Okay. You do lose health on rest if you have negative con.
Do you just die?
Yeah.
There's
possible.
nothing for it?
You gotta heal yourself every day from the
Well,
damage.
yeah, you gotta use all your spell slots to heal.
Yep.
Note to self, don't dump con.
Don't dump con.
Healers are way more valuable in Pathfinder for that reason.
Alright, do you plop down? Don't.
Yeah, I do pop down. He is delirious, but full of rapture.
I'm just not
You
going to
can
bring up how I
decipher
accidentally
that.
almost killed him twice.
Yeah,
Can
he has not acknowledged that right now because he's too busy enjoying the fact that he won.
Are you happy or sad that you didn't kill Stonk?
No comment.
Now that everyone's sat down and like we've had a chance to kind of recover a little bit, I want to do like a proper medicine check on everyone to see,
Okay.
like the extent of people's injuries besides just like a cursory glance.
You can do that. Go ahead. Do one medicine check for each person.
Okay, we're gonna start with Lars, because frankly I'm concerned about the child's well-being.
He's
That's an 18.
fine.
Yeah, what does he get with an 18?
Lars is probably... Honestly,
He took a nap after a concussion.
He probably's been better. He did take a nap after the concussion, and we're going to deal with that later.
That was a permanent stutter.
Yeah.
But he's probably a little more mentally fucked up at the moment than physically. You could tell he's working up what to say to a certain somebody about a certain traumatizing god death.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, now we'll check Otto, who was viciously impaled.
Once.
Otto, your armor is completely fucked up.
24.
24. Yeah, he's fine. He has been banged the fuck up.
Good.
There's a hole that has been magically healed. If that wasn't magically healed, there'd be nothing there anymore.
I'll say that even the scar shows just the indentation of where the harpoon went. Like, there is a solid chunk of your stomach that is just missing
If a
now.
harpoon just goes through you, and it probably takes a bit of guts with you, does you magically get new guts, or does it just...
I think I
super glue
mentioned that
the guts
Otto's
back
never
to-
going to be able to shit normally again.
Yeah, he's not. He's gonna have.
His large intestine is partially where his small
Now,
intestine was supposed
yeah.
to be.
He got Crohn's disease by force.
Yeah.
I know we only have
That
one session
shit
left for
different.
RP, but we do need to RP your first shit.
I feel like that's gonna happen on this
Oh,
island.
God.
But right now, he is actively going out of his way to not address what the fuck just happened.
Look at the shield. Look at the shield. I'm not dying. I'm fine.
It's floating. That's cool. And he's like, get some of the barnacles stripped. It's too many barnacles.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a floating shield.
It's
Whoa.
like, I'm not war
Does it look like
aesthetic.
some of the his armor as well got healed into him when he just like
Oh,
magically cured
God.
his
Yeah, there
wound?
might be some shards of metal in you right
He's got the fantasy armor equivalent of fucking trench foot.
now. Yeah.
You got the Everyone Lives Doctor Who episode syndrome.
Just this once. Everybody lives.
And now for Stonk.
Don't forget yourself. You're also...
No, Slinay's
Slinny's
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
I was only harpooned once, magically healed myself. I didn't get a concussion like everyone else. That's going to be a 23.
How is Stunk?
How is Stunk physically?
How is Stonk?
Physically,
Do a psychiatric
you've
check.
never seen him this fucked up. Mentally, you've never seen him so happy.
He was depressed in town, but now he's killed, so his bloodlust has been sated.
Mm-hmm. Stunk is just on the beach, arms raised, just praising the sun.
Is he just doing beach yoga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that like one meme where the guy is just like praying on the beach?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Is he trying to get all of us to sing Kumbaya right now around the campfire?
No, he is sitting in the cave right now, looking oddly zen with his head up against the wall.
Yeah, and I would say this is like I know what you want to have this confrontation. I'm just going to say it. At this moment, he is at the top of the world. He doesn't think there's a problem. You guys are gonna have to start this.
I was really hoping Sunk would be, the cause of the problem, but I'll start the problems.
Laris could too. Laris is a fiery
Lars
boy.
has every right to
he's,
start this.
He's
shit.
working up to
Okay,
it.
And
if
Slane
Lars
can
is...
take his side.
Yeah, let's Lars have a moment. Slane is used to pending it up.
I can speak with animals.
Slane says, "Let's deal with this later."
Hold on, I got
Ranger.
I have some.
But I don't actually cast a spell using it. It just says use, not cast. I mean, I get that it's Ranger. I know where it's from.
Remind me next rest that spell storing item is going to be reserved for cure wounds.
Whenever you want to have that conversation, let me know. I'll do something to...
At this point, it's just silence as Otto just like fiddles with his new shield.
I am actively avoiding this conversation.
Stunk's meditating, honestly.
I need you to... Slane's gonna take out the earmuffs. I need you to bite this. I'm gonna pull out the metal shrapnel. Dr. Slane is in the house.
Dr. Slane needs to make a dex check now. Medicine check. You're screwed.
Sleight of hand.
Roll
You
for
should be good at
surgery.
that, right?
What am I rolling to pull the metal shrapnel out?
Medicine.
Okay.
I'm biting on my staff.
Okay.
That has meaning to me.
25.
Does he live, Doctor?
Yeah, between the muffled screams of Otto, you very successfully too successfully get them all out of him at once.
Do you get the little gut come out with it?
Alright, how much damage do I
No,
roll?
not a little gut. Not a little bit of gut came out with him. As a matter of fact, he has a little pile of just shrapnel that he pulled out of Otto's intestines.
So his first shit will be a little less spicy.
Yeah, his first shit's gonna be a little less spicy.
It's a little bit smoother now. How much damage did I do pulling out all the shrapnel?
Because he rolled so high, I'll say that that's considered a success. So let's do 1d6 divided by 2.
Okay.
You have resistance to surgery damage.
1 point of damage, I rolled a 2.
Oh, man.
This is just a successful surgery
He
all
does
around.
He does very well. It still fucking hurts. But he very clearly did his job and did not do any extra damage to your body.
What has happened if you rolled a nat one?
No more shitting.
No more shitting. You just have to make it to the end of the campaign and die.
If
We're giving you a
Slane rolled that
colonoscopy
one,
back.
we'd be rolling a d20 for damage.
Right.
I'd get it out, but at what cost?
Now you get it in at what cost?
So while Slane is operating on Otto, I'll say that during this time, Laris has a little bit of time to himself to
Stew.
brood, to stew, to simmer,
We're not
to
putting it,
dwell.
we're not putting it on the back burner.
Go, Tyler.
Stunk. What the fuck was that?
Slane, you're actively working on Otto right now, and you're just like, oh shit. Right now?
Fucking right now.
You just turn around with like a fish.
This is why you're
You
not
pull
involving
out-
yourself.
That's the 1 point of damage. He pulls out a shark tooth.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. We killed Tavesta. Just as you agreed to do.
I'm surrounded by gold and wonder.
We got gold, riches.
What was the tree?
I too am.
While Otto is on the
What was
operation
the
table.
tree I was almost sucked into?
He's like, oh yeah, I almost forgot about the trip. Ah!
Don't move.
A consequence of power.
The fuck does that mean?
That's the right question. Stonk is, like, starting to come down from his high as, like, realizing that not everyone is as happy as he is. And he's like,
Consequence of power. What kind of answer is that, Stonk?
Yeah, Stonk, you look around and see Otto, who's actively being operated on by Slane, who at this point is just, because he's focused on the surgery and trying to avoid any form of, like, confrontation with Stonk, just straight up is not looking at you.
He just chucking out shark teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had my shark teeth removed. That's why I'm so grumpy.
That's your next.
You have so many shark teeth up your ass.
they really liked your ass.
You gotta elaborate on that one, Stonk.
I'm thinking. Sorry. That? I don't particularly know what it is. But it kills them, and that's what matters.
So you done that before?
Yes, that's how Ingvald died.
And you didn't think that was worth mentioning?
Did you not see it?
I saw it. The lambs grabbed me. It tried to suck me into the goddamn tree.
No, I mean in Beruvik. It was right outside the city. How did you not see it?
Who
Like,
goes
even-
outside the city in a blizzard? Am I going sightseeing? Why would I see the tree?
Yeah.
That's
That's a good point.
What are
It's
you?
like right there.
he starts saying, "What are you, a maniac?" And he cuts himself down. Oh, shit.
I think we agreed that Rickard was, like, just trying to, like, keep it secret, right?
Yeah.
He's not, like, telling people that exists there, but
And what's
Yeah,
more,
you can't exactly
see it.
hide
I'm
it,
sure Stonk has given this zero thought, but
but we're not talking about it.
Lars was in hiding in the city. He did not know that his good buddy Rickard was in charge. He just thought some rando killed his dad and took over. So he wasn't exactly showing himself off. He wasn't going sightseeing.
Mm-hmm, true. Participating in the war? No.
Stonk just figures if it's been like, what, 2 years since Ingvald died? I feel like someone should have noticed the giant tree sitting out
He
of
was a
Beruvik.
political prisoner.
Yeah, Lawrence was not in...
I mean, Lars is
I was a
forgiven.
POW, and you're asking
He
the
wasn't even
POW
there.
why you want
I'm mainly
sightseeing.
just stating it as a fact that it does
POW.
exist outside of Beruvik.
Foreigner.
Slane actually knew about the tree.
Yeah, that's what I knew about the tree.
I don't know if Slane knew it was Ingvald's.
You probably had a gut feeling.
But this is the only time, like the first time it's been confirmed, and I'm performing surgery, so I can't even confront him about this.
Mm-hmm.
When the barbarian has the most information in the party.
Why a tree underwater? And why was it bleeding?
I don't know.
That doesn't bother you?
Laris looks out to the ocean. It literally is, like, tainted red right now.
There's a little bit of gold in there, too, from the god blood.
It was like a mile away and you can still see the blood. That's a lot of blood. You can see him start to do the math and then the tears get caught as he has 10 intelligence and it just does not compute.
She's the god of sharks. Of course there's a lot of blood.
I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys keep role-playing.
Oh, yeah.
Does tree depend on the god? Does involve the tree? What is this?
Loris, what would you have preferred we'd done? Let her kill us?
She was this close to dying. You just hit her until she goes unconscious. She had like 4 HP. You literally could have just normally hit her and she still would have died.
I don't know, because the rulings that Lauren and I made was that, like, the only way for Stonk to kill them was by using the flower. So...
I don't know that.
Yeah, you also didn't know that she was almost dead. She could have been going into phase 2 of her master plan, and I cut her off there.
Isn't even her final form.
It isn't even her final form.
Do you think we're gonna see Thor's final form?
I hope so. What the fuck are you calculating over there?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Enjoy your conversation.
How's the surgery going?
I'm doing the math for Otto right now.
Are you like calculating how many liters of blood I'm losing here?
No, not you. How many liters of blood Tevesta would have had to lose in order to make the ocean red from a mile away?
How do you do the math on that one?
Well, I would imagine you find out how much water is in the world, and then like replace half that with blood.
Because that's like, what, half a kilometer? That's half a kilometer down by a mile. So you gotta like do like different units.
It's just a supremely stupid thing.
Hey, it works. Does that not work?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, you just take all the water in the world, and like say half that's blood.
I feel like it's not quite that bloody. I'd say like a third at least.
That would certainly taint the ocean red.
Yeah, that would. Turn the skies red.
Maybe
too.
it's like a Zelda
I
Blood
don't
Moon
see how that
thing.
could change the skies red.
Do you know how...
I'm being added to a watch list right now.
you know how the sky is, like, why it's blue, right? It's because it's reflecting the ocean?
That's...
No, not
No.
actually.
No, not at all.
No?
That's not
No.
actually why. That's a common misconception.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whoops.
I don't remember
It was like the
exact reasoning.
there's a fact.
I think... Does
It's
it have
like-
to do with the ozone layer or
I
something?
think it's like blue shifting the light from the sun or some shit.
Hang on.
It's
Why
the
is
ocean is blue because of the
sky
sky, not the
blue?
sky is blue
So,
because of the ocean.
I have my answer of how many liters of blood Tevesta would have had to lose.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
4.168 million liters of blood.
Alright, tell Lauren.
Okay.
How many gallons is that? Can you do that in freedom?
Give me a sec. Look, all of my units have been in non-freedom units.
I know. Can you just convert that to freedom units for me?
Liter.
I have to turn that to quartz.
You want it in quarts? Okay.
No, not quarts!
U.S. liquid gallon. Okay, so
What am I missing?
1, 2, 3. A little over 1.1 million gallons of blood Tevesta's lost.
I don't know where you guys got a mile away from, but
You said about like a mile away.
You let him run with a mile away.
Yeah,
It's
That was
canon.
a bit, and now it's canon.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's not like, her frigid heart is melting and she's flooding the ocean for Ragnarok or anything.
So I asked Otto to distract him from the pain how many gallons of blood Tevesta would have had to lose for this to happen to keep him distracted.
You didn't think a warning
much-
was worth
well, there's-
pointing out for that? And he points to the blood ocean.
Well, I've only done it the one other time.
The blood
and it
ocean.
wasn't underwater. How did I know it was going to start bleeding everywhere?
The blood ocean that definitely has not raised the sea level by a couple centimeters.
I'm certain there's not catastrophic consequences.
Honestly, I
from
feel
this.
like if we destroy like the ocean currents, it would fuck us over because it'd make the cold colder, but it might help the lower latitude survive the coming winter.
Yeah,
We
but not
are in
you,
winter.
and that's what matters.
Yeah, we would fuck ourselves over. The winter would get infinitely worse.
I don't give a shit. Anyways, I shot back.
What was your shot back to me pointing at the ocean?
I said, I didn't know it was going to do that. I only did it the one other time, and they didn't bleed everywhere. And also wasn't underwater.
How do you turn gods into trees? You're not a druid. What are you doing with trees?
At this point, Slane has taken out all of the shrapnel from Otto's gut and can now actively contribute to the conversation as Otto is writhing in post-surgery
You're in the
pain.
preteen lead a theological debate about tree gods and like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just yelling at you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who knows what they're saying, contribute.
I was zoning out a little bit. I'm really sorry.
He's not a druid. Why is he dealing with tree magic?
Do you remember the flower?
Slane would definitely remember about the flower.
Yeah. Then I
Could
I
he
would
connect
say,
flower to tree?
I think given enough time...
You went to the tree. You saw
I
the
went to
tree
the
flowers
trees.
on the tree.
You know that the flower is connected to what I'm doing. You all saw him apply a flower to his halberd as he charged.
I was a little distracted there.
You were a little distracted, that's fair, but Otto and Slane absolutely would have seen that. Because Slane just healed him back up, and Otto was going to haste him as he ran by.
Yeah. Stonk. Did you use another one of those flower petals?
I used another flower. Not another flower petal.
Or was it just... I thought it was an individual petal.
Another flower? Another?
I was contacted by an entity known as Hell. They also sought the destruction of the Jotun. And they provided me with a flower from some infernal place that was capable of killing them.
Oh. So now there's...
It is the only way to ensure they are dead.
So now there's...
That you can insight.
I'm inciting that.
Yeah, feel free. I'm gonna let you know when you can insight certain claims.
So now there's an
Oh, okay.
underwater bleeding tree. That is bleeding a lot.
Is it going to be eternally bleeding?
I'm sure it'll stop eventually.
I don't think he
Like
can
that.
insight check this thing. That's right out of his ass.
He has no idea.
I was trained in religion. I studied religion.
Yes.
What's the significance? Because I feel like I can put some significance that all the dead gods are turning into trees. What's up with that? Anything?
Actually,
Be more specific, I guess? What do you mean?
Like, what
are you learning?
What are trees in religion that a dead god would turn into a tree? Does this make any sense?
Any myths for this?
Any myths? Anything? Does this track for anything?
Yeah, you could say that.
This is weird.
Make a religion check for just the significance of trees in mythology.
Honestly, that's all I need.
Yeah.
7.
Trees are important to things like druids. But these don't look like just any tree. These look like demon trees.
Demon druids? Demons have druids?
Druids have demons.
Dreamins.
Dreamins.
It comes full circle. A fucking sim. Circle of Dreams druid.
Oh god.
He was the link all along.
Oh.
I can't wait for us to get to hell. We just pull off the Scooby-Doo mask and it's
Imagine the only good timeline, the only good outcome of this campaign is one where Sim was around.
God.
Alright.
Doesn't even have to be Nathaniel, just has to be Sim.
Continue with this conversation. We are almost an hour in and we
Okay.
have more to do.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Where were we?
We were inciting the,
Yes, what'd you roll?
23.
Okay, really good. What'd you roll for insight?
11.
Okay. You can't even beat his fucking passive deception. Wow. Yeah, he seems to know what he's talking about. Slane, you of course see right through that bullshit. He doesn't know if the
Tree will stop bleeding.
Well, no, he doesn't know if the flower is necessary in killing the gods. He has just been told that they are necessary, and he has used it both times, and it has worked. So he presumes the flower is the only way to reliably kill them.
I stabbed someone in the heart and they died both times. So obviously, you only can kill people by stabbing them in the heart.
Yeah, but not every person is a fucking god who claims to be immortal.
Okay, have you tried stabbing God in the heart till they die?
I don't know how to continue this conversation.
Okay, continue it.
Hey, Stonk. Remember when you all called me an idiot for trusting someone a bit too much? A certain slaver from Ascenda?
Yes.
What you were doing...
Otto was just like, what did you do?
What you were doing makes my decision look rational, look sane. That's an impressive feat right there, Stonk.
I got sex out of it. Where are you getting?
I got laid when you get butt fucked. You got pegged by the goddess of death. Come on.
Stog goes, what?
You're trusting someone that you know absolutely nothing about.
She's absolutely sipping tea in the corner right now.
We have a fireplace going in the corner. She can absolutely hear everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, she's Fortnite defaulting.
No one's supposed to see her except Stonk.
I feel like she'd let Slane see her sip tea and then just get it back in.
She's done more for me in killing the gods than you have.
More for killing the gods than I have? Stonk, in the last fight, if I wasn't there, you would have died. Not once, but twice. Where was she when you were dying?
She had already given me everything I needed. I just needed you to do your job, and I would get it done.
Oh, my job. What about...
I was scooching away from the married couple.
I am also scooching away from the married couple.
Don't move. You need to still rest from your surgery.
Oh.
Mom and Dad are funny.
Your job in combat, Stonk, unless I am mistaken, and all of our jobs, is to not die.
I'm still here, aren't I?
You're welcome for that, Stonk. You're welcome.
We wouldn't have had a single fucking issue in that fight if Otto hadn't fucked everything up.
My bad.
No. Don't bring Otto into this when it was your job to make sure he wasn't being focused.
He dropped the concentration first. He did not get hit first. He dropped it willingly. I was no longer a priority target because I was stunned. And then she targeted him.
I wasn't actually... Slane was in a room where he could not see that when the concentration was dropped.
He just assumes he was doing his job.
That is true. I did everything right. It was that one and his magic that nearly killed us all.
Stonk, in your reckless pursuit of killing the gods, you think of nothing but getting the job done and not, frankly, the consequences of your actions, both in and out of these situations.
Your voice crack was canon.
Absolutely was.
I love that.
Why don't you learn? Why don't you learn? Your actions have consequences.
Maybe ask yourself, what is this entity getting from your bargain?
If she can kill the gods with a flower, why does she need a Goliath to hit him with a stick?
Thank you, Lars. You brought a good point. Maybe the concussion's gone.
I puke.
Never mind.
Maybe it is just my destiny to do this. I don't know. None of us know.
Is your destiny chosen by a weird flower lady?
That's gay! Lars. Come on, say it.
Honestly.
That's gay.
He's looking at you disappointed.
No, I determine it. She's just a means to the end.
You're talking in circles.
Is she the means to an end, or are you, Stonk?
That's a good question.
What
Could
happens?
you roll a persuasion check?
Yeah, absolutely.
When she's done, she's just gonna hit you over the head with a flower, Stonk.
Oh, I'm gonna... Ooh. I'm
You
gonna...
want to use your inspiration?
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I think that this is an important roll. I rolled a 2.
Can I give... We're digging up on. Can I give the help action?
Sure.
I mean, if you're giving the help action... I already chose to use my inspiration.
He already chose to use his inspiration, then no.
Yeah, I had already chosen to use it.
Too late.
Oh, I can't undo my inspiration. That's a natural 17. I think it's gonna be a +4 unless I'm proficient in persuasion.
You should have let me do it. I clearly couldn't fail persuasion.
But I'm the one yelling at Stonk.
Yeah.
Now,
Persuasion. It's a +6.
Bear in
23.
mind, persuasion
Yeah.
isn't necessarily believe it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be happy about what you hear.
No, I'm not going to be happy about what I
I want to
hear.
make it a bit spicier. Flash of genius.
Oh, so that was 23, 28?
Otto snaps his fingers.
Otto is moaning extra loud because the fucking metal just got removed from his body.
Yeah.
Adding extra emphasis to, this is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Which, still they can use.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Stonk is, this time he's a little taken aback. He's like, damn.
First
I was
time
having
the brain cells are letting him think about it.
Yeah, this is the first time he's thinking about it. He was like, I thought we were all on the same side. I thought we were all having fun.
This is the first time Slimming has yelled at Stonk.
Yeah, and, I thought we were doing good. What do you mean, consequences of my actions?
Slinite, the reason Flash of Genius worked as well is because Slinite did gesture to the pile of shrapnel he took out of Otto when saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe it took episodes 63 for us to have an intervention for Stonk.
61, and we've done multiple.
This is just the first one that's actually sunk in.
You could just walk out. We got more time for Stonk to process this. He doesn't have to do it all in 24 hours.
I know. I'm thinking of a response.
He needs a petty combat that doesn't solve anything.
Yes.
But that we, the audience, knows. He's thinking about it.
You could pull out the, you could just leave card.
He just walks into the ocean.
I must go. My planet needs me.
He looks sad and stands up, and just before walking out towards the Kool-Aid Ocean, he says,
Is this the real life?
"Is this just fantasy?"
Sorry. That was so bad.
If you can't handle it, you should leave like Tavi and Terrell did.
Okay, party campaign over. Let's make it a good time, guys.
Yeah.
And he'll walk away and go sit down
I will
at the
say
beach.
before you do sit down,
Okay.
do you want to add the fact that they would be going back to Karlhofen, where they had just killed their patron god, in a place where the sea level is rising?
Oh, shit. No, you're right. No, I
You can
would add
rephrase
something to that. Yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me about this.
They literally cannot leave.
Stonk really did just say, if you can't handle me at my worst,
Leave.
you don't deserve me at my best.
If you can't handle this, then you should all leave. But I will remind you that once you leave, I cannot protect you. And you did just kill the patron god of the nearest city.
So your plan is to just walk around killing things, causing the world to end, and say it's not my problem if you fucking die?
He's already gone, I'm assuming. He's walked out.
You hear that? It echoes through the cave after you.
My plan is to do. I shout back at you.
What?
Do you could just curse out in Icelandic.
Yeah.
I have a list. You wanna pull up one of the curses?
Slane does know what all the curses
You
are.
know, you can just tell me
Yeah.
what you want to say and I'll bring it up. What do you want to say to him?
Shut the fuck up, pussy lips.
Oh,
Oh. Oh my.
curse.
Pussy lips.
Slane definitely knows this one. It was one of the first Slane taught him.
It was the first one Stone taught
Yeah.
you.
Not as a lesson, it's just something so
All right, I've
Yeah,
got one.
I said it a lot, and then once I translated it for you, you went, "Oh, that's why you kept calling me that."
Uh-oh.
Oh, suddenly everything clicked. As you're also walking away, as you do hear, like,
Thegidu tipatotari, which means shut up, cocksucker.
Good enough.
you do hear, like, muffled into the cave as Slane is turning to Lars. Okay, I need you to bite the strap. It's your turn for surgery.
We'll say that as Lars goes
Too
into
hard.
surgery. Let's keep
Yeah.
moving because it has been an hour and 10 minutes and we got to keep moving.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That was an important hour, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That needed to happen.
that needed to happen.
As Lars gets whatever shrapnel is in his body, taken out and fully healed.
Does Selene just keep his shrapnel, or just do someone?
Slane doesn't
You
have
guys don't
shrapnel in
have
him.
too much shrapnel in you. It was mainly Otto because he had metal
I'm
armor.
pulling out shark teeth as well.
Yeah,
from
you because you became a megalodon. You're covered in shark teeth and bites, and
I
he's
just-
more or less curing your
So
wounds.
shrapnel, shark teeth, and he's fine.
I literally just had a harpoon go through me once and it nearly killed me.
Stunk doesn't get surgery because he's a big man.
At this
He needs
point,
surgery.
you all press onward through the icy wasteland once again, bracing against the relentless fury of the winds that have broken free from Ingvald's grasp. The frigid air bites at your skin, and each step is a battle against the biting cold. The once dark blue ocean now flows with the crimson remnants of Tevesta's ever-bleeding body. With Thor as your destination, you begin to head westward across the half-flood into the Eljavidr. You begin to approach Ankjerifell, the small mountain besides Thor's horn, the colossal mountain that stands tall in the unseen distance as you cross the steaming Undangod Lake. As you approach Ankjerifell, the weight of Stonk's quest becomes even more apparent. The path of vengeance and desire to confront Thor now seems inescapable, driving the party further into the unknown with a mix of fear and uncertainty. The peaks of the mountains of Jotunheimen disappear into the snowy clouds as you walk along the bottom of the sheer cliffsides. Determination fuels Stonk's weary limbs as he marches forward, the weight of his quest driving him and forcing those around him to endure.
Glad you guys hung in there with me.
Yeah, we never resolved that
Yep.
cliffhanger. We just said, okay, we're following you, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, where else are you gonna go? You
Yep.
wanna go on your own? Alright, everyone. All in favor of going out on your own, raise your hand.
I have high stealth, I'm fine.
I can survive on my own. I don't need to eat or drink anymore.
Yeah. Speaking
Oh, yeah,
of, I'll
what is
say
the
what you guys
rest
have
of them?
identified
Yeah.
the other items. So, as for
Yeah,
the
what's my
other
moonshine
items,
do?
the other bead not the other bead.
The
The
other
other Ione stone appears. It was the blue one, right? Oh yeah, this one's fun. Is it awareness? Your intelligence increases by 2 to a maximum of 20 while this marbled sphere orbits your head.
Let's give it to Stonk so we can get some critical thinking skills.
Who wants to get the +2 to intelligence? You already have 20, right?
Yeah.
I'm out of slots.
Yeah. You want it?
I mean, I'll take it unless Stonk really wants to get smarter.
Honestly,
That would bump my intelligence to 12. I would have a +1.
That would bump my intelligence to 14, so...
You can have it.
Okay.
I don't want that shit. I already have max attunement slots anyways.
I have...
Imagine having max attunement
do
slots.
you have to attune for the food one?
Is are the Ion...
I don't know if they're attuned.
Wait,
It does require attunement.
Both of them?
I think so.
Stone of Intellect, you said?
Yep.
Okay. And then...
The other one is sustenance.
Sustenance, okay. We'll figure out if they require attunement in a second.
They do.
Oh.
So you can't do both.
I mean,
You can barely do one.
I can undo my Ring of Shared Healing. It's not really doing much for me anymore with the +4 for healing.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, do we take a long rest?
Yes, take a long rest, heal up.
Thank you. Yay! Woo! I got all my spell slots back!
Ooh, I got all my spell slots back! I think I might just
And I'm Lars.
And I'm Lars.
Hi, Lars. What was the purple one, just out of curiosity?
That one would have been a spell storing one.
Oh! That actually would have probably been better.
Yeah, it does look like it requires attunement.
Yeah, they do require attunement.
Alright, well, shall we move on to the next item?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, you got the decanter of endless water. The chime that Stonk found is, appears to, when it is struck, it produces a specific sound that can unlock mundane and magical locks. It can be used 10 times.
So...
What's it called?
It is called a chime of opening.
Don't ever fail at picking a lock.
Hey, you never know, you
If I
might
fail at
need it.
picking a lock, you might as well kill me.
Enslaved knock?
Except it doesn't alert people within 500
I'm
feet.
all a minimum of 23, and then with my subclass feature, I can add a D10. I'm not failing at picking a lock.
Oh,
But if it's magical, though...
If I fail at picking a lock, it means
You
we
can
weren't
have
meant
the
to go
chime
in
of
there.
opening then.
Do you want it just in case? You're the best candidate for it.
If Stonk encounters a locked door, he's just gonna try and break it open.
I'll
He's not
add
gonna
it,
ring
but
a
if I
little
use it, I
chime.
feel offended.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, do we want to move on then?
Yeah.
Alright. As the party sets up camp for the night amidst the freezing wilderness, the emotions within each member simmer beneath the surface. Despite the tumultuous emotions, the party comes together and sets up their camp with practiced efficiency. The flickering campfire casts dancing shadows on the surrounding snow, while Loris casts uneasy glances towards Stonk throughout the night, believing the once formidable leader in his eyes is now consumed by vengeance. He can't help but feel a sense of fear for this man that he once admired. Otto sits quietly, staring into the cackling flames of the campfire, contemplating his own fate in Ragnarok. The knowledge of his inevitable death gnaws at him, making the present moment feel uneasy. He tries to find solace in the presence of others, but the tension surrounding Stonk's mission casts the shadow in the dark. Slaney's fear and frustration flares as he broods in silence, preparing his tent for the night. He knows that Stonk's pursuit of vengeance is sending Laris, Otto, and himself down a dark path, yet he struggles to find his way with words as he normally does.
You could just hey, Terrell, there's a tree nearby me. Do you want us to cry and just pick us up? Mom, I'm scared.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. Oh no.
What do you-
What
What do y'all want to do? You're setting up camp for the night.
How many days has it been?
Multiple why?
How long you holding out there, Otto?
Yeah.
Otto has not gone to the bathroom yet.
Okay.
It's his whole system's being fucked. It is a recalibrating. It is concerning.
Slane has asked you every single day, have you taken a shit yet?
No.
He wants samples.
I need fecal matter.
I need to cast No.
Identify 100% blood.
Well, shit. No time like the present.
Oh my god, what
Lesser
are you gonna do?
restoration, would that do anything for his ass?
Would less restoration help someone to shit if
He
they're
just
constipated?
needs to get his real painful first shit out of the way. Just
Yeah.
leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I have an idea. Stunk, he's command. Shit.
I could get command.
I'm not gonna do that.
you know how like in surgery how surgeons put like your organs back in your body.
Yeah.
They just kind of shove them in there and
Uh-huh.
they figure themselves out.
Yeah.
Slane probably like had a knot in there somewhere.
Oh,
And it's working itself out.
oh you saw a tear and you just tied it off.
Oh.
No. I cast mild cure wounds.
It's working itself out.
Yeah.
I fear the first bathroom.
Let's go to the bathhouse.
No.
Okay, let's get going.
I just want to. Can I roll like in general insight if Stonk is still like kind of thinking about what we've talked about, or if we need to already have another intervention?
Is Stonk thinking about it, or has he dug himself a deeper?
Yeah.
How has Stonk been acting the past couple days?
I'll roll an insight if you want me to, but
He has more or less gone back to kind of. He's gone back to not really talking to any of you. He is, staying in front, making sure everyone is okay, and leading everyone through one place to the other, but he's not addressing the tension. He doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't talk to you all. He is just moving on to the next place, and you guys are choosing to follow him. But he's not willing to say anything about it yet.
You're all silently camping, right? Like setting up your camp for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Brooding.
Brooding. I just imagine Stonk is just like, he's more disappointed that everyone's a killjoy
Mm-hmm.
than anything else.
He is. Yeah.
how is Loris looking?
Lars is trying to figure out, because Lars came along solely because of Stonk. His teacher, his mentor, who gave him 2 days of quarterstaff training. It really meant a lot to him.
Yeah.
And now he's realizing he's going with a maniac to go kill God for who knows why. And he's kind of realizing he never because he decided to come along and then he found out why we were going.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't actually know why you're so fucking obsessed with killing God.
Didn't I explain my backstory one more time and just before we entered the big mountain pass? Because I wanted to get that out of the way.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stonk spilled his entire reasoning for going after the gods. He didn't say anything about hell and the demon flower. That was new information. However, you know why he is on this quest.
We all saw Hoggle.
Yeah. Hagal.
Haggal.
Agile.
Stephen Haggal.
I now respect you less.
I understand. I'll see myself out now
You better.
through Lauren's door because I can't. I'm not going to disrupt you anymore.
Eventually, I'm assuming we'll do watches at some point.
Yeah.
Theoretically, hypothetically.
Yes.
Unless
And
you
I'd
want,
to
unless
watch-
you want to do it in front of everybody, it's totally up to you guys.
I'm assuming there will be a Stonk Lars watch at some point.
Yeah, we can just do that tonight. Say
Uh,
it's this night.
Lars will be sitting there, and he's going to pull out one of his coins. He's,
Yeah, you guys are.
practicing his, coin roll over the knuckle thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this, but I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is trying to avoid their night watching with Stonk, and this time it's Laris's turn.
Eventually, you can tell he's been stewing for days, just trying to figure out what the fuck he say to you.
Oh, here, let me make this easier for you.
Go ahead.
Stonk will speak up in the middle of a silent watch and say, I didn't thank you for...
Sorry.
That was
Give
Stonk.
it a
I
moment.
know.
Give it a moment.
That was Stonk screaming, "Fuck yeah!"
I didn't thank you for distracting Tevesta at the end. You held your own out there. You did well.
You can tell he turns it away, and you can tell he's trying to hide how much that validation, he doesn't get that ever. But he doesn't look as happy as you probably would expect him to be. He is, and he's hiding it, and he's not a good enough liar to hide that he's hiding it.
Yeah.
But then he turns to you and he says, "Is that all we're doing? Just trying to survive it? What do we get out of this, Stonk?"
I'm not looking to survive. If you come to survive the end of days, then you won't find it with me.
So this is the world's pettiest suicide quest?
It isn't petty to me.
What do you get out of this, Stonk?
Peace for my village, an end to the suffering of the millions they have silenced.
He looks to the fucking apocalypse going on around him. The storms are blowing. The skies are... This wasn't happening before you did this shit. Stonk, the only piece of apocalypse is a piece of the dead. You trying to kill the world? No one's going to remember you, Stonk. No. I read in those books that you go and you could tell he did look a look of disgust as he's thinking back to that fucking book in the library. No one's going to be left to look up the stars and see, what, your 3 lights for the gods you killed? There's no glory. There's no peace. It's just snow. Are you alright with that?
You weren't at the Valley of Trials. You haven't died yet. Not like we have.
And it made you want to do it again?
There's nothing after death. There's nothing else. This is our one life.
He does look a little shook by that because he has decent insight, so he can probably tell, like, you believe what you're saying.
He knows what he's saying.
But if you only have one life, why are you using it to die?
Points to Ragnarok.
Maybe this is pointless.
I just want to know, what are we doing it for? Is it just for you? I want to know. What are we doing it for?
I'm doing it because it's all I have left. I don't need glory. I don't need fame. I don't need riches. I just want them dead. It's all I've ever wanted. And I'm willing to sacrifice everything for that.
And everyone?
If I'm not stopped, yes.
He doesn't respond to that. But I think even Stonk can tell he didn't like that answer.
Number 1 to wrap that one up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Do we want to have any other watches? Because I do have other opportunities for role playing, but for the sake of time, because you guys did spend a lot of time yelling at each other about
There's an
the
important
amount
yelling
of
to
gallons in the water.
That was maybe
that was just
those gallons
that
of
was
blood
filler
lotion.
while you were in the bathroom.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
I wanted to make sure, you were here
Yeah.
for the yelling.
So, do any of you guys wish to have any more watch conversations, or should we continue?
I would like to have a watch conversation with Loris.
Alright.
Boy.
Oh, thank God.
It's not with Stonk.
I'll
I was
say
gonna get tired.
the next night, it's Otto's turn to have a watch
You-
with Stonk. And it's your turn to watch
You
together.
have hyper insight.
Yeah.
You could tell after that watch with Stonk he's not doing too hot. You don't know what happened, but you know something happened.
Something's been off about Laris all day.
Everything okay, Lars?
He gestures to the apocalypse. You think it's okay?
No.
And it's half sarcastic and half, please tell me it's okay. Oh, for the love of God, tell me it's actually okay.
Oh no. Slane can't lie to himself when he says yes.
I think my passive insight's higher than that.
Yeah, it's an 11.
Is Slane lying out of instinct, or is he doing it intentionally?
He's doing it intentionally to try and make Lars feel a little better. Because Lars had... Slane
Laris,
with his...
what's your insight, and do you want to roll?
Let me see. I think my passive insight would be 12. Yeah, my passive insight's 12.
Yeah, you can tell Slane is trying to make you feel a little better when he's saying yes.
You can instantly see that made it worse.
Well, I do have some good news for you, not regarding gestures to the end of the world. I probably should have told you this a while ago. Your dad's alive.
What?
Your dad is not dead.
At least.
At least, he wasn't 2 years ago when he died.
What are you saying?
I'm saying your dad's a coward who couldn't handle the responsibilities burdened upon him. And instead of choosing to maintain the power he had, he chose to run.
Laris, to you, that sounds like Gunnar secretly, outlawed himself, which is an extraordinarily cowardly thing to do, but
At least
it's
he's
in
alive.
character.
He just sort of sits there for a second. You can insight whatever the fuck it is.
Because Slane doesn't know Abnordian politics. So, in Slane's mind, this is good news, your dad's alive. That's a 21. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's in 17.
What does he get with the 17?
You could tell as you were saying he's alive. There was the confusion and a little anger, but what are you on about? And then you could feel the hope rising, and then you say that it's like when you smash the hope with a hammer and shattered it. You could tell he's very conflicted, but the general gist of what he's looking like, that's worse. You realize that's worse, right?
Slane looks like he's trying to share with you good news because in his mind this is great news to find out, oh, your dad's not actually dead.
Man, Lars is just gonna go out into the woods and off himself as
Just like his dad.
like father, like son.
Apple does not fall far from that tree.
And they do be falling.
Yeah.
In the spears.
Yeah.
There he saw silent for a solid 20 seconds.
Uh-huh. Slane's, in Slane's mind, you're processing the good news.
Oh, have you heard the news?
He's willfully, choosing to take, not roll well for his, insight.
Slane, you know that's worse, right?
It is? I thought you would be happy to hear he was still alive.
He's dead to me, Slane. You can't run away from being chieftain. Do you think if it was that easy, you wouldn't have done that already? He can never come back. And if I see him and anyone finds out about it, I can never come back.
Slane's going to gesture to the end of the world. Who's gonna know?
When someone is outlawed, they are dead. They are legally dead.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Are you just like Stonk? Are you also on a suicide quest? Why is everyone assuming that just because it's fucking snowing that there's no hope for anything?
It's been snowing for 2 years, Lawrence.
He's grasping at straws here.
Lars, it's been 2 years of snow. Like it or not, Stonk has begun the end of the world.
The campaign finally acknowledges it.
We only hope if he ends the world hard enough, he'll reset.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we helping him? He literally told me he's willing to sacrifice everyone. Everyone. How is this helpful? He doesn't even get glory out of it. Why? He's getting angsty and yelling, so honestly, if you guys are light sleepers, you might kind of hear the shit.
It's up to you, Stonk, Otto, whether or not your characters would wake up and pretend to be asleep to overhear this. You don't have to state out loud whether or not they're awake.
You probably slept through the dad part, but he's yelling now. You
Yeah.
can probably hear it if you're a
Now would
sleeper.
be the time you'd start waking up, so continue.
Alright, he's yelling, why are we helping him? He literally told us world. Father.
Lars be spitting.
He's not wrong. Frankly, Lars, Stonk is gonna do this by himself or with others. And when other people are around him, at least there's some semblance of guiding the mania in a not as destructive route.
He gestures back to where we came. That was the light option?
Slane, kind of grimly nods his head, yes, that was the light option.
So we go until he dies. Or we die. Or the world dies.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And we're all just fine with that?
No, we're not fine with it. But the madman's gonna do it anyways.
There's 3 of us and 1 of him.
I'm...
Pulls out nothing.
Slane looks at Laris, looks at Stonk, and
This is very important whether Stonk's awake or not, but we're
Yeah.
not paying attention to that.
Laris, I don't know if all 3 of us could take him on at this point in time.
You couldn't. Stalk stands up.
You could have done it later. You could have.
It would have been funnier had you waited a little bit longer.
Oh, do you want to continue?
Oh, it would be much funnier if we waited
Yeah.
just
Okay.
a little bit
Okay,
longer.
I'll give you a little bit more
Yeah.
time before I stand.
I don't think any of us, all 3 of us, could take him on. Hell, I don't even think with Tavi and Terrell we could take him on.
Tavi was the only one who probably could.
Am I supposed to come in now and say you couldn't? Or did it...
I want Lars' response before.
Okay.
Because Lars is about to rationalize.
Okay, I want to hear that.
I mean, it took 3 harpoons? So you could see him doing the math and trying to make it work. You see him look towards Otto and his harpoon gun, and he's like, if we did
That's
that...
like half a harpoon, so maybe 6 harpoons.
You can tell he's trying to rationalize us
We
killing him.
could actually take Stonk on.
Mm-hmm.
I could make you vulnerable to all damage. Your resistances are fucked.
Mm.
You'll take standard damage.
Yeah. concentration.
It's not a concentration spell.
Don't die.
It just exists until you either succeed or
I
fail.
hate that spell. It's so confusing.
Web.
Now's when you stand up and say it took a god to take me down.
That's just not as good as you could just stating that coldly. But
Name one person who could.
Yeah.
Not even fucking God could, so.
yeah.
Still riding from that high of the fact.
So, we can't kill him, but we could kill Thor, easy peasy.
What part of killing a god is easy?
So you're willing to try to kill God, but not him?
Killing a god, I have a chance of surviving. Trying to kill Stonk, there's absolutely no chance of survival.
He's right, you know.
He's right, you know. Getting
Stands up.
Yeah.
He's right, you know. No, I'm gonna wait now. I'm gonna see an opportunity.
You could see that Laris is like... It's undeniable that Stonk's like... basically a god to us. We can't kill this man. But also, he's like... We're going on a suicide quest with a man who wants to end the world. Or a god that we all know is a piece of fucking shit. But he wants a world. Which one do we really want? Do we really think it'll be better after? He's asking.
You think there will be one? You think there will be an after?
After Leafay?
The gods hold a lot of power. But after it's free and settles into a new normal, I have to believe there's something still.
Is a new normal this?
Gods, I hope not.
Have the winds died down even a little since
Nope.
Ingvald died?
Nope, they're still dancing and cursing.
Are the powers free or are they rampaging, Slay? Were those assholes actually keeping something in line?
Can I roll a religion check for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have no idea.
Christopher,
I the player don't know this
I,
shit.
the player, don't know this information, but with a natural 17, plus religion, that's going to be a 23.
They are representations of the powers that the runes control.
Okay.
They are not the runes. They control aspects of the rune that they represent. So the reason why magic, to an extent, still works and exists is because the Savior still exists, but the gods who are connected to them are not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So they're free for the taking for whoever wants them, if they can get them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that shit.
The gods aren't the elements themselves. Their runes still exist, whether or not the gods exist.
Somebody, gives an example by, writing in the snow, a rune that still ignites with magic. And he's like, see? You know?
Well, look at this.
He draws, the little, rune of Ingwaz, and a tiny little flower, spurts up from the middle. See?
Here's your little smiley face.
What happens to them?
Same thing that happens to us. Eternal nothingness.
I don't see how this is better.
Oh god, Sunny slowly rationalizing Stonk's position through this conversation.
Someone needs to rationalize killing gods so we can get on with things.
But now there's no one flaunting that power. We are... Oh gods. Slane's like doing a 1,000-yard stare into the fire as though everything Stonk has been saying kind of clicks into place just a little bit. Not the madman bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no god shaping us. We are free of their influence to some degree.
I will remind Laris, the canon, from what I remember of this story, the gods have been, these Jotun have been around for 1,000 years, and they are all pretty awful and have committed countless atrocities.
Oh, I'm not saying they're good.
However, yes, there is, a normal, because
there was something before that.
It's the argument of stick with what we know,
Or find something new.
or find something new.
Yeah.
And
You gotta convince the teenager that finding something new is a good idea.
Wow, the teenager needs convincing to be rebellious. How about
You
this?
rolled a 10, you don't know if you should re-roll
Isn't
or
it
not.
a wild
You
world
stick
to
with
live
the
in?
10, you re-roll, maybe get a 2,
for example,
maybe get 18.
Giving an example of the most recent god we killed, Tevesta. She is notorious for stealing from
Raiding,
mortal ships,
pillaging,
pillaging.
raiding.
Thank you, Josh. But essentially, she is
Don't worry, I keep track of all these crimes.
she is responsible for terrorizing the seas. She's not using what she was given, what she got, to benefit any mortal races. Yes, there's going to be some consequences for killing a god. Some consequences, but I mean, frankly, there are too many of us to wipe us all out at this point.
You mean like people?
People-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not meaning our group, but
yeah,
I
I
mean,
was gonna say.
Stonk, you think back to like an analogy that your father made to you when you were young, when you were dealing with a little bit of an ant infestation in your home, where he kind of told you, he's just like, yeah, well, we found out where they're coming from, and we can kill what we can, but you can never, and you should never count on every ant being dead.
that would be a good time to chime in.
It's like sand in a shoe.
Oh, Stonk? Like my dad told me that?
No.
Oh, so
you said Stonk.
Yeah, you said Stonk, and I'm like,
Sorry,
what?
I meant Stonk because
Slane with his potato farmer dad.
Slane with your potato farmer family.
Slane would then
It's like,
use like ants.
why are
as
there
an example.
ants in
Yeah,
I'm like, why are there ants in... I mean, I guess this is a good point for
It's been a
Stonk
long
to
week.
interject. But
Good analogy, but wrong person.
Yeah.
I have a good idea for
Too many
Stonk to
S's.
interject. Just give me a one-liner, and I think he'll find a way in.
Okay.
so Slane will use that same example of ants.
You killed Ingvald, and the winds haven't stopped blowing.
Yes.
We killed Thevesta, and the sea is made out of blood.
Yes.
Do you really think, and this is not him being sarcastic, this is him asking, do you really think we can survive the storm after we kill Thor?
Do you want to say something, or do you still want Sunny to continue?
Yeah, I'm thinking about how to interject here.
You don't have to. You can just hold on to it.
Yeah.
This is your chance to turn Lars around on the Team Stonk.
Yeah, no, I am trying to think about how to interject here, because I do want to.
I have an idea if you want to hear it.
Sure. What's your idea?
So, the world is ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
The storm's already happening.
The storms are already happening. Like, we are already going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well make, when the world resets, them free. And allow the people to be free of the Jotun in this new world.
Mm-hmm.
This whole conversation between Slane and Laris has made Slane go one tick more chaotic and one tick more evil.
Yeah.
Stunk will pipe up then and say, Laris,
He starts. He didn't realize you were listening.
Slane also mildly jumps. You were...
you are Avnordian, and I am a Goliath. We have lived under the heel of the Jotun for our entire lives. And for generations before that, we have lived under their heel. We've all seen the atrocities they commit. We know what horrors they have visited upon the world. I understand. I do. Your fear of what comes next. Perhaps my purpose was not in simply getting vengeance. Perhaps it is simply to help start the world anew.
Does Stonk believe it?
This storm has not ended for 2 years. I don't think it'll end anytime soon. Especially not if Thor dies. There will be many who die. I will not deny that. But I do so feeling that when the storm ends, and the people reemerge from wherever they hid, it will be better. It has to be.
Do I believe that you believe?
Roll insight.
Is this blustering, or do you genuinely mean it?
Roll insight.
15.
15 flat.
No, Slane believes your words.
Well done, Slane.
Can I trust you to actually mean that?
There's some bluster in that. There always is, in everything Stonk says. But he's at least... he doesn't sound as hollow as when he, says, oh, it's just for vengeance. It's just for, getting back at them. When he says that, those are very hollow, promises. They're usually just, him trying to shut down a conversation and just explain why. When he says this, there's bluster to it, but at least
There's hope.
There's hope, yeah. There's hope there.
I was not expecting a conversation about Lars's dad to turn into a very good moment for everyone, except Otto.
Except Otto. Good job
I'll
sleeping,
not do
buddy.
shit in your sleep.
Roll Constitution saving throw.
Is that what
We
wakes
don't
Otto?
have to roleplay this, guys.
No, we must.
Is that what wakes Otto up in the middle of this conversation? Is his first shit?
Roll that con saving throw, baby. Get that now, one. You know you want it.
You know we just needed...
I have to roll this so they won't shut up about it.
Yep.
That's a 17 plus stuff on 5.
Damn, that first shit was normal.
That was
He
a
holds it in.
24.
He
Still
holds it in.
asleep. I was just wanting to give Otto an excuse to also overhear if he was.
Well, you're assuming I'm asleep. I just haven't said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe Otto's just trying to get some sleep and is just annoyed that you guys are talking so god dang loud.
It's true.
A non-meme and
Fuck philosophy, we're all gonna die.
Alright, Stonk. I'll follow. But if this is a suicide quest for you, I'm not dying. And there's a lot of determination when he says he's also blustering. But he's convincing himself, I refuse to die here.
Then I'll see you at the end. Because Stunk doesn't think he's dying either. He's come too fucking far now. He ain't going
I'm gonna
down.
let Stonk die in the final fight.
That's fair.
I think that is a wonderful place to move.
Yes, move on.
I just wanted us to have justification for this shit.
That's fair.
I am good. No more blustering.
All right. Otto takes his first shit. Moving on. I don't want to roleplay this.
Painful.
It was painful.
Oh, man.
Amidst the frozen terrain weeks later, you spot a stone tower perched on a cliffside in the distance. It rises against the wintry backdrop, its weathered stone walls bearing the marks of time and memories. This tower looks to be possibly home to a small family for centuries, but now stands abandoned for a few years.
Let's burn it down.
Do you check out this tower? Because it could prove to be good shelter.
Yeah.
we should check it out.
Me, the player, says, no, don't do it. Lars is like, ooh, loot, let's go.
Woo! Woo!
No reason to suspect it's bad.
As you
It's just a
draw
tower.
nearer, the tower reveals itself in greater detail. The windows are boarded up, and the wooden door at its entrance is slightly ajar, hinting at the passage of time and the departure of their inhabitants. Snow clings to the tower's rooftops and the spires, as if it has stood untouched and silently watching over this land for ages.
They used to have daycare for the goats, or the goats just
The goats are gone.
F. Did they at least leave this door open so they could leave?
They locked the door behind them, but it was we all know who locked the door.
F in the chat for the goats.
In the chat.
We're gonna see a bunch of... No, we're gonna see one goat that's still alive, because
Yeah,
it
they're-
eat all of the others.
Right, the cannibal goat. Alright. You guys are inside of this tower now, and like I said, the windows are boarded up, but it's still cold in here. Obviously, whatever family did live in this secluded tower had a hostile life when it comes to just how goddamn cold it is in here. But, probably got used to it
Are
after
there
a while.
family portraits anywhere?
No.
Okay.
No, you think any of them could fucking draw? You think any of them want to draw each other's deformities? It makes them insecure.
There's lots of bookshelves.
There are lots of bookshelves. Lots of torn up bookshelves as well. Now would be a good opportunity if any of you guys wish to have further conversation in the tower, or you guys can investigate. Or all of the above.
Who do you think lived in this tower? I ask a very stupid
A
question.
bunch of shut-ins by the looks of it.
Bunch of fucking incestuous freaks.
As they're saying this, Otto, this is a tower perched on Anchiari Fell. You're not sure what it does, but you know where you are.
Gotcha.
I would like to...
Listen, if they have this much books, that means they have money to buy the books. I'm gonna go look for the safe.
I would like to investigate. I did cast Borrow Knowledge upon myself beforehand.
Okay, go ahead. What are you investigating?
I just kind of want to
Alright,
take...
just give advantage.
What are
Just
you
like a-
investigating?
I kind of want to just...
I'm
like,
on a quest for the money. If
I
you
wanna
wanna
look for-
something else.
magic items, because this seems like a kind of place that, like... If possible. If not, I
Okay.
understand.
So when you're saying you're investigating for magic items,
I'm looking for things that are magical.
do you have detect magic?
I'm just gonna fucking cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
That'll be the
Okay.
way I help. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Oh my god. Alright, that's how I'm helping you. You have
Okay.
advantage now, and
Okay.
you have Detect Magic.
I
up.
am
Sonk's pointing.
I'm doing a
Yes.
standard non-magical burglary.
Alright, and Otto, what are you doing?
Oh my
I was
god,
gonna
thank
tell
god I'm a
them that-
halfling.
Oh god, thank god you're
We're-
a halfling.
That's a
Near
30.
in Kellyville,
Yeah,
is that what
not
you said?
the other one.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Hmm?
I'm gonna tell them that we're nearby
Anchiari Fell.
Kellyville.
Yeah, like anchor.
Thank
Yeah, Anchiari Fell.
Kelly.
you for that.
Well, now,
So-
now you know.
What'd you roll then?
25.
25. And what'd you roll, Laris?
Nat 20 for Nat 20.
Sounds wonderful. As you all investigate,
Your rolls have got to be the funniest shit in
roll
here. because
another D100.
Nat 20 for Nat 20.
63!
63, so you get 63 gold. Your
Yeah.
the family wasn't that wealthy, but
mean,
You're
that's
now
fair
the
enough,
third
yeah.
richest in the party.
yeah. Now, as for Slane and Stonk, as you guys are looking through the bookshelves, just kind of like figure out, like, oh, is there anything interesting in here? Anything interesting here? You You don't look to the boarded windows, but you feel it wash over the room. Inside the tower, as you investigate, the room suddenly darkens as the window shifts to black. The air in the room grows colder, and an eerie silence fills the space. You strain your ears, trying to make sense of a faint groaning sound that resonates through the room. The darkness makes it hard to see anything outside, and you're left wondering about the source of this strange occurrence as the light fills the window once again. The window was boarded up so you guys could not see anything besides the fact it was blackened out for a couple seconds.
We should probably...
I would like to use Divine Sense and take an action. I can detect good and evil. I can detect any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
That was total cover.
Yeah, I know it was total cover. However, this is me trying to use Divine Sense for something.
Yes.
Slane, you, as, like, Stonk was helping out with all of, like, the detect magic stuff, you don't really find anything besides books that teach you, like, how to make magic item stuff. It appears that this family did not, or whoever lived here did not have said resources.
Okay.
However...
that guy could probably use it, though.
I was about to say, I'm gonna...
instruction book
Yeah.
for it.
Stonk, with your detect magic, or not detect magic, your divine sense, you, oddly enough, nothing pings.
Oh.
Like, there is no sign of life within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Slane doesn't count as alive.
Oh no. Except that's not how Divine Sense works. It's just Celestial Fiend Undead. So as long as you don't classify as those three things, you don't ping.
Slane's undead.
Slane's
Oh,
not...
no.
Slane is not Stonk's
I'd be more
personal
concerned
angel.
if you did ping.
I would have grabbed all of the books, though, about, like, magical item construction for Otto.
God, it's so convenient that I never got Divine Sense until after, like, the whole Tavi thing was revealed.
Yeah.
Because, holy shit, could you imagine if I had, like,
Anticlimactic.
started out with Paladin, done, like, Divine Sense the first
I will
opportunity,
verify
and
we
gone,
kill him
"Whoa?"
session 2.
No. You're like, Tavi, we're gonna have to perform an exorcism now.
Yeah, God, so glad that worked out so nicely. Anyways.
It's a good reveal.
Yeah.
We should head downstairs and let the others know.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say anything, so I'm just gonna presume nothing's up here and just follow you back down.
You head downstairs and all of you experience this next thing.
Oh boy.
In the midst of you walking down the stairs, another sudden violent groan startles you all. The ground beneath your feet trembles as a deep and unsettling sound fills the air. Your eyes dart around trying to search for the cause of this disturbance, but, like the sudden darkness, is still unexplainable.
Lars comes out of the room looking both frightened and very self-satisfied.
Anyone know what that noise is? Is it just
Can I try and...
the building, or...?
Does Tyler know what it is?
I know what it
You
is.
know what it
Does
is.
Lars know what it is?
No, Lars does not know what it is.
I would like to...
I certainly don't know.
I'd like to hand Otto all of the books we found. Slane is struggling a little bit.
There's probably not that many.
Yeah.
It's like 3 or 4 probably.
Yeah.
Let's look at the books, like,
Half of them are in giant.
Yeah, you can kind of read it.
yeah, I don't read. I'll work on it.
Imagine reading.
What were these books again?
About how to make magic items.
So if you want a justification to make a magic item later, now you got your justification.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. On top of being an artificer.
You know, it's like there's books about like how to the differences between like infusing magic in items, trapping magic in items, you know, blessing magic. Like you've noticed there are a lot of different ways to like enchant something.
Very useful resource.
Probably at least like a solid third of them about like divine methods.
Yeah, specifically like you're probably a little more familiar with the more rune smithing aspect of it. This appears to be more arcane divine blessing type.
Well, it doesn't hurt the learn.
Mm-hmm. Alright. What's next?
I'd like to...
That sounds like a big thud. means something big.
Let's split up and search for clues.
How dark is it outside right now? Like what time?
Midday.
Oh, damn.
Let's go outside. Maybe that might help us see what's going on.
Before you just go outside, I'd like to channel divinity once to go invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Walk outside. Can I see anything out there? I would have made the noise and rumbling.
You make a perception check, I guess.
That is going to be a 26.
You are partially on top of in a mountain right now, and it is actively snowing. Much to your dismay, you cannot see anything.
Sunny goes back inside, closes the door. I saw nothing outside.
You were out there for 6 seconds.
Yes.
I'm just imagining you open the door, walk outside, close the door.
I just walk
6
past.
seconds.
I just walk. I pull out my coat, walk past him, and go outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even acknowledge that.
Loris goes outside. Does anyone follow Loris?
I really don't think we should split. Okay.
He's not walking out into the snow. He's just standing outside.
Yeah.
I'll go walk outside and see what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, spend a minute or two.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are,
I'll wait at if nothing happens within like triple the different times, the interim.
as you guys are kind of arguing about, you didn't look outside long enough, I'm going outside to check for myself, there's obviously something out there. Amidst the little tussle you guys are having, a massive chain, the size of the tower itself, drifts through the sky, emerging from the white winter. This mysterious change, suspended by the wintry landscape, beckons you to seek its answers as it drifts back away into the mist. It is, and could only be, the Kedu Sorenar, the Sun Chain. Ankierifell is the anchor mountain, where the Sun Chain is anchored to.
Yep.
So
Shit, it's real?
And that appears to have been what blotted out the window and made those groaning noises, was the chain swaying.
I see. Do we have to climb that thing?
could I roll a something about it?
What do you want to roll about it?
I don't know jack and shit about the anchor.
I would love to roll history or something about
I
this.
want to roll.
What would you like to learn?
Yeah, it's general origin.
Okay, go ahead.
How far away was it from me when it boomed in the mist?
It's as big as the tower, so I'll say it probably got 50 or so feet away.
With my eagle eye, could I make out fine details on the chain just to kind of see what it's made out of?
Metal.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for any sort of details in the metal.
Sure, go ahead, make an investigation check.
Okay.
19.
19?
It has stock with
Oh,
whiskey.
fuck, you made me do investigation. You fucking hate me.
What else would it be?
Perception!
Perception to make out... to
Fine
investigate
detail on
fine
metal?
details
my
on metal?
eyes to look at the metal. Anyways, it's an 11
You're
plus 0.
trying to see what kind of metal
You can-
is from
You can
miles
roll
away.
a
Perception is
metallurgy
seeing
check.
it. Yeah.
Could I roll
What skill do dwarves roll to learn
Yeah,
about stone?
History.
If you were a dwarf having eagle eye, I'd buy it.
Yeah, me too.
11.
11?
I want to know the history of this thing. I guess what significance it has.
Okay, roll history.
As much as I hate rolling.
And-
Wow, cool chain.
Yeah, okay, Laris. So, Stonk, you don't need to roll high to know that it just appears to be made of, solid metal. Why the fuck it's floating is beyond your small little Goliath brain.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Slane,
17.
I'll actually do Otto first. Otto, its origins, you ask? Why, it was made by none other than Oogie himself.
Ah, okay.
Oogie!
Yay, my boy!
Slane, as for its significance, you are familiar with, and so is Laris, of the myth of Winterfront, which basically means that every summer, Yaklama specifically would take the sun chain to chain it to the back of Thor's horn on Ankierifell for the winter, and that's why the sun doesn't rise as high in the winters.
Why did they do that? To be a dick?
Yes.
It's the god of cold.
Okay.
And
Wait
also
a
because he's a dick.
Let's break the chain.
Wait a second.
That seems... Hold on.
Let the balloon go! Bye bye, son!
Keep us together. Running in the
Slane?
shadows.
Yes.
Normally I'd call you stupid for that, but we do want winter to end.
I'm like, Slade was genuinely suggesting this, but also...
Yeah,
not-
by letting the sun go.
Yes.
Just let it fly away from the planet. That'll make sure everything's warm.
Well, listen, winter happens because the chain won't let the sun rise, right? So if we just unchain it, would that make winter better?
I think
You're
that'll
clearly
make-
crazy.
I think that'll make winter forever.
Oh,
It's holding the sun here. If you cut the chain, bye sun.
well, can we cut what's holding the chain
Isn't the
down?
theory that if it goes higher, it gets warmer? That feels wrong, but that's what the myth says.
Either way, I don't think we shall let the sun go free. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know logistically how to make the chain longer or shorter with us.
I'm just saying. Doesn't Yakima do that because he likes cold and he wants it to be cold? And we don't want it to be cold?
I'm just saying, if you cut it, I don't know how we're gonna get it back.
I need to get up there. I need to get up there.
What?
What?
That's a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
99
Oh, so
red
fucking
balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic bells. It's red alert. There's something here from somewhere else.
And the
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you leave the tower?
I've made my case for it. Let's go kill the sun.
All right, you've now left the tower and you begin descending down the.
No, they haven't
winding
agreed
path.
to it. They're calling me stupid.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna do it? Please do it. Please do it.
I'm on team don't break the chain, if that wasn't obvious.
You can
Yeah.
continue having this conversation
Yeah.
while leaving the tower. There's just nothing else for you guys here.
Well, if we don't go to the tower, if we don't go to the chain, would we just be going up and it's down?
You guys are walking.
Or would we need to go past it no matter what?
You're gonna need
Right?
to pass
See this on a
to some of
map?
the place. Yeah.
I'm
The map-
actually kind of lost.
What?
Like,
Where
I
are you
know
lost?
vaguely where we are, but where is Ankyria?
Right here.
Okay, I see it now.
Right here.
Okay.
The chain says it's on top of Ankirifel, but it's actually on the back of Ankirifel. So it is on the ground.
Alright. So, in order to get to Thor's Mountain, we need to climb that chain, right?
No,
No. Okay. Never mind.
it is
I
not
did
attached
not.
to Thor's horn.
Okay, looks like it is in that picture.
So we don't have to go there.
No, you are walking past it. You are nearby it.
Oh,
But we'd have to
okay.
go out of our way to go out of our way.
Yeah. You guys are going to be climbing the back of Thor's horn, which is a mountain. The Kedu Solrenar, the sun chain, is literally a chain attached to the sun. You are not going to the sun. You do not need to climb it.
Could we go to the sun?
You could.
Okay, this is
How long will it take?
pointless. Got it. Alright. Then I guess we keep moving to
Yeah.
Thor's horn.
It'll take you a couple days to get to the base of the chain,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you have time.
It's a big chain.
As you venture
Don't
back
wear it out.
into the snow-covered cliff sides, the relentless wind howls around you, biting at whatever exposed skin you have. The snowy landscape stretches endlessly, untouched by any living soul. But as you trudge onwards, Stonk, your keen eyes catch a stark contrast within the pristine white snow. Slane, as he points it out, you can see a form within these colossal waves of snow. An unnaturally large stripe of blood painting the snow.
We should investigate it.
Yes.
You get closer to it.
She's failing. That's
She's being a baby. She needs to eat. I'll feed her soon. What's she doing?
She's trying to open the little plastic container, and
Oh.
she's failing. She got the little hand lock up.
Let her. This is exercise for her brain. Let her go.
Yeah.
It's like one
If
of
she
those,
actually gets the lid off, I'd be very impressed.
it's the part
Then
where you
I'll put
put
it back
grizzly
on.
bears and you go test out
Mhm.
the trash cans.
Yeah.
You guys approach this bloodstain and very quickly realize that this is incredibly old.
How old?
To the extent where it's not a blood stain that
It's an iron patch.
yeah, basically. It's frozen into these mounds of ice.
What did that?
That's a good question.
Is that something we should be worried about?
You
I
all
would
begin
stay
to
on your guard anyways.
Do I know Yakluma's relationship with Thor? Are they buddies? Are they enemies? Are they neutral?
pretty neutral.
So if we go kill him, he wouldn't, take offense to that and
No.
help out?
No, not at all. But as you all begin to approach this crimson trail, you draw nearer, and it's very soon. It doesn't take you guys long at all to notice what actually forms these massive waves of ice and snow. The frosted furs and the icy skin of a Jotun are revealed to be buried beneath the snow, none other than the butchered corpse of Yaklama himself.
Oh,
The once formidable and frost-covered body glistens in the harsh light, an imposing sight even in his death. The body lies sprawled on the ground, partially buried in the snow and stained black with frozen blood, a chilling testament to the brutal nature of this being's demise.
And the bloodstain, assumedly, is his?
Yeah.
And it's old?
Do you want to take a look at this guy's wounds?
yes,
Yeah.
please.
Are we on roll medicine checks to
Can I
see...
roll a medicine?
Did he die by tree? And if he didn't die by...
There are no trees in sight.
So you can kill the gods without trees.
At this point, you are getting nearer the base of the sun chain.
Okay.
And this is the god who put it there.
We go check out this corpse. And
Yeah.
Alright.
pick his pockets.
Could y'all make a general medicine, investigation, perception check up to you?
I would like to roll a medicine check.
I would like to do investigation.
I will help him out. Get advantage.
You want to help me out?
Advantage?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Guidance, of course. Nat 20.
Okay. Stonk, how are you helping with the medicine check?
Using my
Are you-
eagle eye to peek.
He's probably
Yeah,
also like, I
I
kill
actually-
people.
You're
Just-
cleaning off the wounds, you're
That's-
brushing the snow
Also,
off.
Stone Clues, I kill people. I know what would cause that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25.
25 and what is it?
32.
Okay.
Investigation.
I'll just say generally y'all get the same shit. Upon closer investigation, it's clear to see the cause of this being's demise. He seems to have died many years ago. The frost preserving his remains. Enormous bite marks mar his chest and neck, leaving dark gouges in his flesh. It appears evident that an unknown and monstrous creature dealt a fatal blow to his neck.
Wait a
With
second.
that 32,
Mm-hmm.
does it seem like you might have been poisoned by any chance?
No,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, he's got his throat ripped out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did he get chomped by a big kitty cat?
He got chomped by a big wolf.
Oh.
Stonk, because you all investigated and looked around so well, there's an unclaimed belt.
Oh my god! Free belt for me!
Why?
I take
Does
it!
it look that he died roughly 2 years ago?
Yeah!
Huh.
Huh. How convenient!
I was like, if we killed him, would that make winter worse? Would that cause an endless winter? Oh.
It already happened!
The wolf's winner.
Yeah! Oh!
Does that...
Oh.
I check this now. Are there any puppy prints? Is Wolfie... No.
It happened 2 years ago.
He's gone? He's nowhere nearby?
Nowhere nearby.
You have to look for wolf footprints from 2 years ago.
At this point, as you're all investigating, Stonk is quite literally ripping the icy belt of giant strength from Yaklama's corpse.
What is it? I simply must
Frost
know.
giant, because he's a frost giant.
Belt of frost giant strength.
23 strength, baby.
Did our investigation, did he have anything cool in his pockets or just the belt?
Well, Loris. As you trudge through the snow as everyone is investigating, your eyes catch a glimmer of light reflecting off of the icy surface. Your curiosity is piqued and you move closer to investigate these objects, and your heart skips as you discover 2 small sparkling shards scattered throughout the snowy ground. As Loris sees this, Slane, as Stonk is pulling the belt off of Yaklama, Loris is kind of like finding something cool off into the distance. You and Otto see next to the corpse this massive crater, like blackened with charred ice. It's filled with snow at this point, but the cause of these craters, like, no matter how much you investigate, it's like, it's too old, it's too buried in snow, it's too frozen, but it's fucking weird.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think that the endless winter is because the winter god died and, when a god dies, their element goes wacko? Or is the winter here because he chained the sun to the mountain and he can't fucking unchain it?
All of the above.
Yeah.
So should we go unchain it? And if we should, can we?
I'm not answering that question.
You should not unchain the sun.
Why do you want the sun? Literally, when you chain the sun, you get winter. It's not like you yeet the sun into the stratosphere, it just goes back to where it should be.
The alternative is endless summer.
Yeah.
Would you like endless winter or endless summer? I would rather have endless summer.
Honestly, of the two, I'd rather have endless winter.
Okay, consider he's dead. His elements winter will go crazy. They'll cancel out. You'll have an endless fog. You have endless ice machine and endless toaster. They'll cancel out.
It's gonna be really foggy. Loris, you carefully pick up one of the icy fragments in the snow, and you feel its coldness bite into your skin. This blade-shaped shard glistens in your hands, reflecting the wintry landscape around you. As you examine it closely, you pick up the other piece and realize that they can be combined into one large dagger. Each piece bears the mark of Yaklama's immense, glowing and icy blades, now shattered across the snow. As you clasp the icy blades in your hands, a sharp pain shoots through your palms, and the intense cold seems to seep into your very being, and you let out a shout of pain that draws the attention of everybody else.
I let out a girlish shriek.
Despite the discomfort, you cannot deny the undeniable power that emanates from these shards. The frigid sensation through your fingers moves into your veins, causing a mix of discomfort and exhilaration through your body.
Do I know? Can I sense what it does?
I'll tell you. I'll give you the exact item in a moment.
I have mending.
I could take.
I also have mending.
I could take Great Weapon Fighter for an easy plus 20 damage.
I wouldn't
to every
ask
attack.
this in character, because
Well,
I wouldn't have no reason to ask this in character. Would Oogie know what would happen if you let the sunshine loose? Because he built the goddamn thing.
Yeah,
Could you ask
I'm not
Oogie
gonna
what
take
the
you
good
one
idea for
level
this
to
is?
get
Would
to
Oogie
that
respond?
point.
Well, but if we only get one
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not...
that's the only
We have a
Oogie.
guy who has Oogie on speed dial.
I have Oogie on speed dial? I don't have sending prepared.
You could prepare it.
I could prepare sending.
I'm just saying. I personally, out of character, think letting the sun sounds go is a good idea and sounds interesting.
Oogie's MO is leaving you on red, and if you try to send him a DM, he's probably just gonna be like, "Stop calling."
I blocked you. Goodbye.
Good luck blocking.
It's an engineering question. He might answer.
I mean, could
How can I destroy your life's work?
Do you
Could just, like,
listen? I
can I
found
roll like
I found
a
your work
straight
abandoned. Do you want me to leave
intelligence
it here, or do you
of
want me to let it go?
possible, like, outcomes
Do you want it?
of what would happen if we released
Do
this
you want to
on the
repo
chain?
it?
Sure, do it with disadvantage, because you
Disadvantage?
really,
Okay.
it's theory crafting.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Totally
if Otto
theory
wants to roll this, I'd give him the help action by
Mhm.
trying to discuss it with him.
Right.
Wait,
Just intelligence check for just the ramifications of what might happen
If we leave it or if we take
if we
it out.
release it. Because I think Otto may be the better one to bring it up, and
Yeah,
Slane
I
would
would-
be kind of a good bouncer of ideas.
yeah.
Right. Go ahead, roll.
I guess I'm rolling this then?
I'll roll. Happily.
You can do one roll each.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if Otto also rolled.
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
Because Otto has
This is
just...
intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Nat
natural.
20 plus 5.
Slane rolled a total of a 6.
Slane, you're asking the good
25.
questions, and he's giving you the
Yeah.
good responses, because Otto responds, well, there are many variations of said myth.
Yeah.
Some say that during the summer they just release the slack on the chain,
Mm-hmm.
and others say that it is like he completely unlatches it and has to catch it every fall.
Oh boy.
So, the best response you get is it depends on who's right, and we don't know who is.
We could go check it out, and if there's a latch that doesn't, if there's a latch that lets it go out but does not unleash it, I would say give it slack, but don't unchain it. I think that's a good idea. I think that sounds fun.
If you want to go
Yes.
all the way over there.
Yes, definitely the party's accumulated strength can move a chain link the size of a tower.
He has the bell.
He has 23 strength!
I'm sorry, the god was wearing the belt. He should be able to do it.
Actually, tragically, this
Yakumo was just wearing it as
a
an
bad
accessory.
part on my end.
You should give it
I
to Slane.
totally could have done this if I had only taken the bear totem second tier thing.
Yeah.
Where it doubled my fucking carrying
No, no.
capacity
Now
and
consider-
lifting speed.
Consider, I do have a good counterpoint. You give the belt to Slane while we move the chain. The party's average strength goes up astronomically.
I enlarge reduce or
I
enlarge
was
me.
thinking that enlarge reduce.
Enlarge, reduce. I think it's worth a shot.
Because then
I don't want to do that. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to do this in character.
I just like theory crafting.
Yeah.
I love theory crafting.
We will
this.
theory craft after.
Let's do this after because
all right.
we will get carried away.
Alright.
Powerful build.
So-
enlarge reduce.
We could do this in the epilogue.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
you were all
let's finish
as you were all
this.
discussing all of these things, Laris, you're fiddling with your blades, and with each passing minute that you hold this blade, you become more attuned to the elemental forces within its shards. The power of the cold becomes a part of you, empowering your movements and heightening your senses. As Laris holds the icy daggers, he feels a sense of connection to the wintry landscape around him, as if you are belonging of the cold now. Let me send you the legendary artifact that you have acquired.
That finally gives you your subclass.
Yeah, I have
You
named
can
it
now play the
Yaklama's
game.
Essence Dagger.
You gotta read out what this thing does. I have no fucking clue.
Or you could not read it out.
Would you
We'll
like?
find
You
out
can read it
on
out
that.
loud if you'd like.
Or you can keep it secret. I'm fine with either.
Let me see what we got here. Ooh. Does that work for my... Does that apply to my ability, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that was very loud.
Well, that's useful.
Ooh.
Are you happy, Tyler?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's happy.
You were choosing the worst way to drink.
Thanks for the audio.
Yeah, no problem.
I am going to not read this out loud.
Okay.
Awesome.
But I am gonna
love
go take
secrets.
it to our good artificer friend to, hey, check this out. Is it cool? What would I get? And he can read it out loud if he wants to.
You look at this strange icy blade that kind of hurts to hold. You aren't sure what it is, as it technically doesn't have a name, but this is, without a doubt, a fragment of Yaklama's spinning ice blades.
Yo, that's pretty cool.
What's its average dimensions? Like it's how big is it?
Totally.
Is it
How
like
big is the weapon, or how big is Yaklama's weapon?
this shard of the weapon?
Oh, it's like
Oh.
6 to 8 inches long.
Oh.
It's small.
Hey, if you find another piece, I can mending make it longer.
You actually, he shows it to you, he's like, you'll see? And he splits it in half and then puts the two pieces back
This
together.
is what I will get to. So.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that's actually good.
Do you identify it?
And
I do identified it. It's
Do you want me to tell you what it does?
Sure.
Alright, I will read out loud what Yaklama's Essence Dagger does. You have +3 attack to all damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you have the dagger drawn, you can use a bonus action to activate one of the following properties. Cause the dagger to shed a bright light for a 20-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 20 feet, making the dagger go dark. Turn the dagger into a compass that, while resting on your palm, points north. Cast Dimension Door from the dagger. Once this property is used, it can't be used again till the next dawn.
That's actually the dimension door in and of itself really fucking useful.
It would be like an icy dimension door.
Should I add it to my inventory?
Yep, you can add it to your inventory.
Yeah, but basically, in order to get to the 11th level barbarian, you have to go through the 10th level barbarian, unfortunately. I gotta get that stinker in order to get the best part.
Alright.
Yeah.
But it will just barely clear.
Do you all wish to continue in an attempt to find the base of the sun chain?
Yes.
Does it take more than one day?
Yeah, it'll take like a day or two.
Okay, because I'm going to change one of my spells to sending.
Okay.
So I can actually
I
ask
do not
Boogie.
see it in my options if you want to add it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give myself a long rest.
I'm going to undo.
Did you say yes to homebrew items?
Let me double check.
I can do it for you, you're good.
I thought I did. But maybe I just did.
We're not
You're toxic. I'm slipping under with a taste of your poison paradise. I'm addicted to you.
We are copyright strike now.
We've
Oh,
been
we're
struck for
already-
a while.
We've been copyright struck for a
We've been
long
stricken.
time.
Why isn't it letting me edit your character?
I don't know.
It's not letting me edit anything. Not
Tyler
even
is
the
cursed.
description.
I'll go. I'll do it on my end, but I don't know why I wouldn't let you do it.
Okay, I got it. Your homebrew content was off.
Good job, Tyler.
I meant to do that. That was intentional.
I'll try spinning. That's a new trick.
Alright, I've added it to your inventory. It is in your equipment, and I have made you equip it. It is a +12 to hit.
Oh god.
That beats out Stonk. I have a +11.
I can add D10 to my attack roll, so I can't miss.
Yo.
Did you hear all the stuff that dagger can do?
Yeah. He's got the better weapon.
That thing's nasty.
Yeah. I have
It
a
was based
measly
off of the
+1.
bookmark from Tomb of Annihilation.
It's raw psychic damage.
Oh, the D10?
No, the whole weapon.
Oh, okay. It's the
I
one
can
thing that
sneak
counter me.
I could sneak attack you for raw psychic damage.
But you're wish you're a Kalashtar, bitch.
Alright. Y'all make your way towards the base of the sun chain. Well, say a day or two passes before you all hear a monstrous cry above you. Slane, from the sky, you notice the snowy and misty sky becoming tinged with a red and orange hue, as a large fireball splits the clouds ahead of you. The immense form begins to hurtle towards the ground, its body fiery, whipping and swirling, leaving a trail of smoldering embers in its wake. With a thunderous impact, this being makes contact with the earth, sending shock waves through the frozen rocky taiga around you. The ground trembles beneath its presence, and the surrounding ash and dust gather at the source of this fireball's landing. A colossal creature, neither of this realm nor any other, emerges from the inferno. A demonic wolf of immense proportions made entirely of fiery ash lets out a wounded and frustrated cry as it flips itself over from its fall, as it landed on its back. The creature's blazing form emits a searing heat that defies the freezing winter around it, causing the surrounding snow to melt and evaporate. The wolf looks mildly injured by the fall, but shakes it off with ease. Do you all have an initial reaction to a massive wolf literally falling out of the sky?
Holy shit, a wolf!
A wolf has fallen from the sky!
Can we assume that's the pupper who killed?
Yeah, that's a pretty instant
Yeah,
connection.
that's a pretty big
Do we-
bumper.
That's a holy shit moment.
Do we as characters recognize the wolf and or the burb from
No.
folklore.
No, not at all.
Lene immediately screams, goes into Stonk's shadow, and just goes invisible.
I see someone ruin our fucking stealth with my stealth.
Mm-hmm.
I am pulling out the Frostbrand.
So
halberd
you all hide behind the trees, basically.
I hide.
Yeah.
he
I'm
I'm
hiding.
holding
We
position.
two hide,
Yeah.
and I don't know what those two are doing, but someone gave away our position.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Slane said you're hiding in my shadow, and
Yeah.
I'm holding my ground. So
What about
I think everyone's just like hiding behind Stonk.
Yeah, I'm definitely hiding too because
Use that half cover, bitches.
They won't care.
Oh, I can use
They-
you as full cover.
They don't
Yeah.
give us. They don't give a shit about us. They're fighting.
I just imagine Stomp being like, "Yep, this might as well happen."
Yeah, we're just standing at the front, like, okay.
Do they care about the shriek, or do they go about killing each other?
Hmm?
Do they care
There's
about?
only,
There's only one thing that the wolf fell from the sky. That was it.
There's no bird.
There's no bird.
That was Ed just making a
Yeah.
funny caca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my brain
We were gaslit by a fucking caca.
I was like, damn, a phoenix? I don't remember that from the folklore, but I guess so.
I didn't mean the gaslight.
Yeah.
But you did gatekeeping.
As you all hide and Stonk holds his ground, the being's eyes burn with an intense glow, piercing through the mist like smoldering embers. The being's focus is not directed at the party. As a matter of fact, it almost just doesn't even look for you. Its snarling maw opens wide, revealing rows of fiery teeth, and it begins to charge the base of the sun chain, just slightly in the distance ahead. The wolf's fiery paws grip this massive chain, and as it stretches endlessly into the sky, it begins climbing it, ready to consume.
Oh, venerates the sun.
The lynx writhe and shift under the shifting of its immense weight, and the fiery behemoth ripples with every movement, giving the illusion of dancing flames.
Question.
Should we
The wolf, I will note, very obviously does not have climbing speed.
Question.
Oh, so it's being clumsy and shit.
You remember that crater you found near Yaklima?
Has this wolf been trying for 2 years straight?
Yes.
Question. Is there, like, how is this... Is this chain taut? Or is there...
It's loose.
Is there something keeping slack? Is there, like, a wheel of chain? How do we release the sun?
You would have to approach it and investigate a little bit more. Right now, you only see it in the distance.
Can we get close enough to look that Wolfie wouldn't care about us?
Yeah, sure. Do you all want to make your way over to the base of the sun chain?
We want to get close
Yes.
enough where we can look at it without Wolfie interfering with Wolfie yet.
Alright, sounds good. You guys walk up to the base, and I will say that because it's massive. It appears to be like a portion of the chain was hooked to something. So it's literally just suspended by a singular hook, and it's kind of like wrapped around and linked to that hook. Like I said, it's not taut. As a matter of fact, the chain itself is heavy, and arguably also kind of weighs down the sun slightly with just how heavy the chain itself is.
Big chain.
So we'd have to either pull on it hard enough to unhook it, or get rid of the hook, if we were so inclined.
Right. Remember, the chain links were roughly the size of towers.
So we can't chop it, so we either have to unhook it from the thing, or get rid of the hook.
I thought
Both-
that was someone playing Wolf House for a second.
Oh.
That's a vacuum.
I'm like, that's very convincing, but why would you play that right
So
now?
as you are all thinking this, without warning, the wolf descends from the sky once more. Its fiery form landing with a resounding thud on the snowy ground. It quickly rises and snarls in frustration, its intense gaze fixing upon the base of the chain. Can you all please make stealth checks?
Stealth. My most best of
You want
skills.
to cast a certain spell?
Can I cast a certain spell, or do I not have time for that?
Unnatural 20.
It lands, and you see it, like, rise to look towards the area, so yes, I'll say you do have time for that single reaction.
Okay, good. So everyone has... We have a plus 10 now.
23,
Thank
33.
30.
I roll a 3 for
Oh, thank
33.
God we have advantage. Or not advantage, that
Plus 10.
plus 10. That's a 21.
Ooh.
17.
33.
30.
I rolled a 3. 33.
Rogues, am I right?
Yeah.
So what did you roll?
17.
17.
Even with a plus 10.
33.
33.
21.
Oh.
21.
5.
30.
Okay.
It has like 27 perception.
I rolled a natural 6, so I'm right there with you.
I don't have proficiency in
Its intense gaze fixes upon the base of the Kedu Sol Renar, the massive chain that stretches itself into the wintry mist. The fiery wolf seems to stare as it contemplates its next move. The wolf being moves closer to you all, and you hear the sharp inhale as it smells around it, and looks directly at two of you. Slane and Otto. Its passive perception was 23.
You can't hide your stink. You smell like halfling. You smell like halfling
I smell
piss.
like halfling piss.
It moves
And you smell
closer,
like intestines.
showing no signs of intimidation besides like kind of a miffed snarl. The heat radiating from its blazing form melts the snow beneath its paws, leaving a trail of dampness in its wake. As it comes closer, you can feel the warmth engulfing you, offering a tingling contrast to the biting cold.
You got dominate person or dominate beast? Could we dominate this?
Dominate person, not beast.
Damn.
I am going to use my 30 stealth to take up a position close to Slane and like on the flank of it, so that if it makes a move towards Slane, I can retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
I sneak towards Otto.
Okay.
I'm
gonna grab.
I'm at the ready in case.
If Wolfie decides to eat one of us, I'm chucking a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just. I've got my newly acquired shield.
I like to appear as non-threatening as possible.
Mm-hmm. It is not intimidated by you in the slightest. I'll say that even though you are incredibly fearful, in reality, this being is approaching you as a curious, cautious dog would.
Go get a stick. Toss Stonk's halberd.
You gotta get a big stick.
You gotta toss a
As it gets
javelin.
closer to you, its mouth kind of gapes a little bit open, and you can feel its scorching breath on you. And it's stinky too. It smells like sulfur.
I bet it can talk.
Wait,
Try talking.
Wait a
to
minute.
it.
Wait a minute.
He can speak
I
with
can
animals.
cast speak with animals.
Yes, you can.
He doesn't know Stalk is there, so
Do it.
I think you should do it because if I do it,
Yeah.
I have to take 10 minutes to do it.
I can cast it as an action, and it just
Mhm.
is a use.
Yep.
So
So I would have to wait a while.
What do you say?
Saw, dude.
Hello.
hello, and the speak with animals. We don't mean any harm. We were just curious.
You see a
I don't
huff
think playing nice is
of
good
ash
thing for
come through its
every dog.
nose. Have you come to aid me, or come to kill me?
Not kill.
Its eyes kind of narrow at you and says, "Puny mortals serve no use to me. Leave me to my mission, vermin."
Ask him what it is.
What is your mission?
Who are you to ask?
You could start bragging. This is a time to brag.
This doggo speaks with intellect.
You killed 2 gods.
I mean, we are actually.
You are of all
That
the
might get you
mortals.
some street cred with the dog.
It's the demon dog, which I don't know if any of you want to do a divine sense right now.
Yeah, would you mind doing it?
He refuses.
You don't want to?
We're
Why would I do divine sense?
we're the ones that killed Thor and Tevesta.
Thor?
No, Ingvald and Tevesta, sorry. Slane wouldn't have slipped up like that. Christopher's just an idiot.
Roll a persuasion check just for confidence.
Okay.
We're the ones that killed the master Ingvald.
We did.
8.
Plus?
Plus?
It's plus.
Plus.
Right?
It is plus, but I'm debating on using the Lux Stone right now, because it might be important to use the Lux Stone.
I think it's worth it.
We want this pupper.
I'm just hoping I'm not using other checks, but I'm going to use the Lux Stone.
We want this pupper to like us.
What is that? That's a 16?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Flash of genius up to 27.
The wolf goes from this curious to sitting down and just opening its and revealing all of its teeth, just letting out a howling laugh. You killing gods, killing Jotun.
Yes.
We just did one last week.
And you see, like, it reveal its rows of teeth as it, like, smiles. And he, still not quite taking you seriously, but understanding that you believe that that's what you've done, it says, "Now tell me, in what manner did you kill them?"
Could you enlarge me?
You want to ride the dog? You want to
Could you enlarge me right now?
You'd have to ask in character.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way Otto would know to do this.
After you do Flash of Genius, because you're the only other one who was, like, hidden, right? Or no,
No,
you
I was very smart.
We were both spotted, so...
You can break your stealth to...
Yeah, I'll break my stealth, come in between you two, and, like, I'm going to whisper in your ear, "Could you cast one spell on me?"
As you say that, you see the wolf's nose.
You stinky.
And I specify what it is, and then I'm gonna walk up to the dog.
Also, you do not follow the conversation.
Oh, yeah, no. Wait, Slanea's, like, seeing you, like, whoa, what are you doing? What?
You're getting one half the conversation.
Fuck it, I hope he knows what he's doing.
Alright.
And I cast Enlarge Reduce. You are big boy!
Thank you. I would like to use a bonus action to rage, and I would
Wait.
like to grapple the pupper.
It's a gargantuan creature.
You're not gonna grapple a gargantuan
I can't.
creature.
Oh, that's a lot bigger than
Wait,
I
what
thought
do
it was.
You gotta be huge
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, damn.
What? Slanea's like, what the fuck are you doing? We were
Okay, then I'll...
peaceful. We were having
This thing created craters.
No, I wasn't trying to, like, be aggressive. I was
He was
trying to, like,
trying to,
show
He was trying to do a
strength.
mythological
Show
thing
of dominance.
Die.
Yeah.
I was trying to
You
do,
can
like, a show of
talk
strength.
to him first.
Yeah.
Very intelligent doggo.
Yeah, no, I misinterpreted two things there. One, I misinterpreted the size of Doggo, and two, I misinterpreted that I could understand what was being said. I
No,
forgot
you
it
could
was
not.
speak with him.
I also
No, you
thought he
cannot.
was, like, huge instead, and we just...
Okay.
it was
We'll
way higher.
retcon that, and you are all cowering behind the
I'm still on the
Zora.
flank, like,
And
preparing a strike.
I will say that
Okay.
as Stonk did say something, though, you did notice the wolf's nose, like, pick up on something. You cannot tell if it knows all of you. or
Okay,
not.
it's your chance. Do you spill the beans about the flower, or do you lie?
Oh.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, the dog is currently
unfortunately.
sitting with its tail wagging.
Lauren,
Like, it wants to
question,
hear
Lauren.
the story.
Yep.
Yes.
I should grapple the
Obviously, we cannot understand the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Does he make dog sounds, or is he speaking pure person?
You're speaking person. He
Okay.
can understand you.
So Slane, like, will repeat the question.
Mhm.
You want to hear how the two fell.
Yeah, and you're like gesturing. You want to hear about this?
You
You
want
want to hear about
to
it?
hear about this? And I'm like,
Yes. Do I need to ask twice?
Okay.
I am the best boy. I need it now.
Stonk, are you
I am like looking around a little bit, like not.
Remember I said out of character you're going to want to be friends with him so bad?
But we
Can
can't.
we?
You can be friends with him.
But
Can
also
we
like
convince
he's.
him to come kill Thor with us?
Maybe.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like this idea. If
This is a demon, by the way.
if Stomp,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I'm
we're
sorry.
not above making deals with demons.
We demon dealer Rickard. Slane by association with
Stonk, you can't just use demon stuff. You can't use demon items.
Okay,
you
but
can't use a demon tree
Okay,
on
but
that.
they weren't dogs.
You're right. If they had turned into demon dogs
We
after
would've
they
been-
died, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Well-
just like dogs here.
Trees are
I-
creepy, dogs are cute.
If
Oh yeah, I think I actually shared a drawing of this creature a long while back. I will link the drawing again.
yes, please. I would like to see Pupper, the doggo.
How cute it is makes a massive difference, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing?
How friend-shaped is this dog?
This doggo is large, friend-shaped, but too large to pet, too hot to pet. But I sent it in general.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Oh!
Yeah, I now understand why I can't grapple that.
What a doggo!
Could he turn large to boop the snoot?
You could.
I will, unless Stomp comes out, I will start retailing.
No, oh, fuck. You're
Stonk?
making me come out and do this?
Stonk?
Well, Stonk's the one that made a deal with Hell, so
he's blowing your secret. If you want to stop it, you can.
Otherwise, Slane will just start.
I'm just trying to decide if it's worth getting involved with
Also,
Demon Dog.
if you start talking, I don't know if the dog will understand you.
Mm-hmm.
I begin going into the regaling of the Tevesta killing, which happened very recently. Because Slane is a bit confused still on how Ingvald died. But, like, regales it and, like...
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You try and recount it, I'm gonna jump in.
You see, as its tail, like, sweeps up against the snowy ground, it immediately, like, turns it into slush as its tail, like, moves. But it is very, interested by the story. But I will say that the dog does hold itself with some form of, like, regal likeness to it, so it is still paying attention to its surroundings. It's not like, ooh, tell me the story, but it is clearly interested when you look at the tail.
Yeah.
The dog is also 4 size categories larger than you.
Yes.
5.
Is this pop
I
up from
count
the
it
same
small.
dimension the crab demons come from?
Oh, did you include... Oh.
Is there like
I
an
said
animal kingdom
medium,
dimension
large,
of hell?
medium,
Maybe.
Is that where the crabs and puppers are coming
I
from?
thought it was
Perhaps.
one more size. Is it not Colossal? Is Colossal bigger than Gargantuan?
Colossal's bigger than Gargantuan.
Okay.
He's technically Colossal, but I'm just,
I don't think
Gargantuan.
Colossal officially exists.
Yeah, Colossal does not officially exist.
But so, like, regaling it, and it through some embellishments in the story.
As is Slane.
As is
one to
the
do.
Slane one to do.
And you mentioned the flower, yes.
That is how we killed it.
Okay.
Like,
Unless Donk stops us.
unless Stonk
No,
stops
I
me.
was going to interrupt, like,
Okay.
if you retailed the... I wanted you to, like, recount it
Okay.
in your words, and then I was gonna jump in
Okay,
and interrupt you.
I guess you have to physically do that.
I guess.
You don't have to go very far.
Okay.
You just have to start it.
We began our fight with Tevesta by heroically, not heroically, loudly boldly proclaiming we are here to kill you. She...
Actually, I said that we were going to end her reign. That's what I said.
The wolf's head just turns to you, completely unsurprised by your presence. As a matter of fact, he already knew all of you were there.
Wait a second, Lauren. Did
Yes.
I fail the check with a 33?
No, you did not. It does not actively perceive you, but he does know you're there.
It's...
Damn.
Blind sense, guys.
Yeah.
No, I figured it had blind sense.
If I feel
Blind sight, sorry.
If I feel a check, not a D10 to make my roll success.
Yeah, I don't know if that works against the ability to know where you are.
Yeah.
Or know that you were present somewhere.
The ability to see things without relying on sight.
Yeah.
Make that a 41. Does that succeed? If it doesn't, I don't spend the die.
He's not actively paying attention to you. But, like, as Stonk says that, like, his head turns, and he goes, and you are... And you do not hear, you do not understand. But he just, like, looks at you.
And you are... I don't know.
Stonk Caller. Who are you?
I am Skoll the Treacherous, half being of Fenrir the Devourer and brother of Hati the Moonhound.
I'm a translator right now.
Yeah.
So he's not Fenrir. He's just Fenrir's associate.
He's a half being of Fenrir. I will explain that what that is later.
Or he's half.
You can ask what that is.
Slane is... What is a half being?
Yeah.
A Fenrir?
Stonk second.
My creator, out of stress from his bounds, gnawed himself into. I am Skoll, and my brother, Hati, are 2 of 1.
Oh, he's half of Fenrir.
Yeah.
Who's Hati? Have we met
The
Hati?
Moonhound.
Oh.
They just explained it.
Yeah.
You had to pay attention.
Skoll devours the sun, Hati devours the moon.
Okay.
And then do they fuse back together?
We'll see. I don't know.
Assuming they actually
Then
did
they
complete their
even
mission of...
bigger puppers.
So, is there a moon chain? How is the other pupper getting to the moon?
I don't know. Maybe it's not relevant. It's not.
Building a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Listen, I know we have so many sessions to do this, so we need to solve this one.
I would have loved to introduce Hati, but we do not
We
have
do
time.
not have time for
We barely have
Hachi.
time for...
We barely have time
Sorry,
for
Skull, you barely have any screen time either.
Okay, well, let's convince him to come help us go
Skoll the
forward.
Treacherous. That's his full name.
I bet he'll be a
Treacherous.
big help killing
I'm sure
Thor.
he's not gonna betray us at any point.
No.
Oh.
I'm sure that nickname's ironic.
Yeah.
Okay, continue your story.
It was like given to him in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
ask your questions or continue your story.
Yeah.
Where'd we leave off?
He explained what that meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And your purpose here is?
And he kind of like looks towards the sun chain and up into the sky.
He literally just said he's here to eat the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I'm very dumb.
It's okay, so am I.
It's just spreading.
My idiocy, it's infectious.
Fucking damn it.
We spent all our energy
Almost like
on
you
monologues earlier.
What's up?
It's almost like you took an edible, too.
I did do that.
Have you eaten today?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had McDonald's.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, no, crazy, isn't it?
Okay.
Anyways.
What's your actual question?
Or do you just continue with the story of how we killed Tavesta?
Yeah, I would just continue from there with the story of how we continued to kill Tavesta, and I would, embellish some things, but I would end off with like I used the flower to, pierce her heart and kill her.
As you say that, like, its eyes widen a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and its head bows as it says, "Ah, yes, a servant of hell like myself." And so then it lifts its head again and then affirms to itself, "So allies cross my path. I do not need your help here."
But we need yours. You want to kill God?
We seek Thor. Do you have any advice?
We're gonna go kill his ass. You want to come?
You want to join?
You could just watch and join in if you want.
If you're just into watching, you can do that.
The sun's literally not going anywhere.
And you see his, like, he, like, almost ignites brighter for a moment and says, "Thor, you wish for my advice on killing Thor?"
Nod.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The dog, because it's a dog, takes a while to think.
He's like, why don't you just bite the throat?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it. I bite the throat. Always works for me.
It really just sounds like a wolf is howling right now, given the context.
That's his internal monologue.
Inside the wolf says just like
Who's vacuuming this loud at this late at night?
It's only 9 at night, it's not that late.
Why would you be vacuuming at 9 at night?
That's a reasonable time to vacuum.
No, I refuse.
my night owl ass says that is a very
I'm like,
reasonable time.
that's what...
Do you have any advice, oh wise dog? We await your words of wisdom.
If you bite a ball and it doesn't fit in your mouth, then it was not your ball.
When you climb to his domain, remember this. There are many things in this world that Thor has wiped from history. And then he stands and begins to circle, including myself. There are places where he hides said knowledge. His whole empire crumbles if we remember. He crumbles if we remember. Seek the temple of his forgotten knowledge, and you will ruin the illusion he has created.
One more question. Would you like to come with us? You might be able to jump from the top to the sun easier.
He looks over to the sun chain, and you see, like, the doggo brain start working again, and it takes him a while to respond to this one as he says, I have an idea.
Oh,
And he steps forward.
Oh,
I want to see what he's got.
want to see what his idea
Exact
is.
same thing
I don't
again.
care if this ends the world. I want to see him do it.
I want this popper to succeed.
You see its maw begin to, like, open, and magma begins dripping from its mouth. Step back!
Okay, we
We
step
step
back.
back. Worm you to the cold mott lava.
We are friends, we're not getting in the way. Fenrir lunges forward and wraps his blazing maw around the massive chain. The chain, thick and sturdy, initially resists Fenrir's initial attempt to pull it from the sky. The wintry mist swirls around the creature as he exerts his power, the fiery glow of his form illuminating the surrounding snowy landscape. For a moment, it seems though the chain will remain unmoved, but the wolf does not relent. He digs his claws into the icy ground, his fiery breath intensifying, and with a mighty heave, he yanks the chain slightly downward, causing the sky and ground to tremble.
Does that warm the planet or cool the planet?
You don't feel anything initially, but you just see him pull a couple feet of slack from the sky.
I gave him an idea. This is not... We should go.
Is he preoccupied with his new plan?
He is preoccupied with his new dog plan as he realizes climbing it isn't a good idea. Why don't I just pull it to the ground?
It took him 2 years.
It took a dog 2 years to make a tug of war.
Well, we're happy to have given him this epiphany. I think we've gotten what we need.
You guys just gonna peace out?
Peace out. Peace out.
Congratulations, you made friends with the dog.
Yay! If demons are supposed to be so evil, then why are they so reasonable?
Yeah.
Why are they super reasonable?
He was the first, god level deity to treat us with some level of respect.
Oh, you guys are killing gods too? Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pull this chain.
Okay, scratch that second. Oogie was cool.
Yeah.
Oogie was cool.
Oogie and
Elemes are
Elemes,
cool.
only two gods that,
Elemes is cool, but Elemes is not god level.
Yeah.
Elemes is dead by now, probably.
You should
I should also...
you should cast Sending and see how...
Congratulations, you guys avoided the combat encounter if you guys wish to stop him from devouring the sun, but from what it sounded like, you're just letting him do his thing.
Look, I am morally opposed to letting him devour the sun, but also I can't do shit.
You could bring up stopping him to the rest of us.
I can share the monster stuff.
If we wanted to, we can
Everyone seems to like the
How
dog.
about this? We'll walk away, and then we can talk as in character.
Yeah, because I think...
stop the dog.
We should not... We just weren't in a position where we could actually talk about stopping
because if
the
we wanted
dog.
to kill the dog, because one of us would just decide for the party.
You guys run into the distance as the snarling beast continues to very, very slowly give way to, plummeting the sun into the earth. So what...
Do we...
It's preoccupied. He's not paying attention to you right now. And by then I'll say the animal speaking has gone away.
We go far away enough that he's not listening to us. Do we let him do that?
Is him eating a sun a good idea?
You work with this lady, and you're fine? What is this?
I don't know what that creature was.
As it pulls another couple inches.
How far... She's pulling a couple inches at a time. How long is it going to take him to pull down the
It's
sun?
gonna take a long time, but it's still gonna fucking happen.
I'd say about a year from now.
Yeah.
1 year exactly?
Perhaps.
Well, if it's like, let's say 2 years, enough for that one, or...
Otto, actually, you recall a myth that you kind of grew up with. Well, you may not have witnessed it yourself, maybe your parents or so, witnessed a solar eclipse one day. And Loris, you've probably heard this myth too. Whenever there's a solar eclipse, there is this general myth that, it's because, a wolf, a Jotun wolf, has decided, it wants to eat the sun. So when the solar eclipse happens, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get your pots and pans and go outside. Hey, let it go! Let it go! So he doesn't completely devour the sun and it spits it out instead.
So should we do that? And he'll just be, oh darn, those pesky kids. Anyway... Team Rocket blasting off again.
I'm gonna relay this myth to everybody else and be like, I don't know if we have enough pots and pans.
I pull out a pot from my, adventurer's pack.
I think there's more.
So are we supposed to...
Do we let him eat the sun?
I think eating the sun is antithetical to what you want, Stonk. Antithetical's a big word.
It appeared to be on your side.
It's on our side, but if there's no sun, then everyone might die.
As it pulls another few inches down.
Stonk, I'm all for I'm all for killing the gods, but not the sun.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of stumped on what to do.
Who's such a friendly dog?
Do you have... I hate to say this. Do you have more flowers? Or are you gonna have to fight a dog by itself?
I have nothing for
A
this.
demon flower could not kill a demon dog.
You don't know that.
Stonk will kind of...
Give it a moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me, the player, doesn't want to kill the dog. But also, in character, we absolutely should kill this
We
dog.
absolutely kind of have to.
Me, the player, doesn't want to kill the dog. Me, the Otto, the character,
Wants to, but doesn't see how. Like,
this doesn't seem like a feasible thing
to happen.
Yeah.
to do.
He just...
I don't think we got the
He killed
manpower.
Yakima. It didn't seem like Yakima put up a good fight. He just died.
Yeah.
I could... Okay, so what I could do is cast Speak with Animals, go up to him and ask specifically...
He opens
What
his mouth to
happens-
reply. The sun just goes back to where it was.
What happens when you devour the sun? Like, what becomes of the world when you devour the sun? I can ask that question.
I mean, couldn't we roll like a religion, maybe?
Does the folkloric myth about
Yeah.
Hemi and the sun say, hey,
Well, how
if
soon
he
we can
ever
finish
does
this?
this... The myth is that you don't let him do that.
The myth is you scream at the wolf to release the sun, so the world isn't plunged into eternal darkness and ends.
Yeah.
So we assume that it would be very bad if he eats the sun.
Yeah.
Does he poop out a new one? How does this work?
You don't know.
So he poops at the moon, and the moon dog poops at a new sun.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
Oh my god.
Do we kill the dog or not?
I'm going to just prepare... I need to ask this one question, because I out of character, I don't know what becomes of the world if he devours the sun. So, if it's eternal, if it truly is eternal darkness afterwards and the world just fucking ends, then yeah, we're gonna need to either stop it or kill
But
it.
if he just poops out a new sun later, then it's fine. He can do it.
Yeah.
But we don't know if that's gonna happen.
We have no fucking clue.
I don't even remember the myth. I don't remember what happens in the myth.
I
Well,
think just the world ends.
Now, I'm just saying.
But a new shiny world appears with a Christian god.
I'm just saying.
Praise Jesus.
I know this is a little metagamey,
Mm-hmm.
but we know we're gonna have another campaign in the future.
Yeah. Are you saying we just go for it?
No, I'm saying that
We leave it
if,
for
if
new
the dog
characters.
if the dog eats the sun, things gonna be fine.
I just do not trust that
Lauren
grin.
will be like, oh, sure, you let me decide. Okay, we're over a new campaign.
Yeah,
It's
what was
over.
it? I know I said it was 600 years in the future. Turns out it was actually 600 years in the past.
That'd be
Gotta
fine.
swap some things around, huh? Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
Go talk to the dog.
I'll just go talk to the dog real quick.
We will follow behind with our weapons not ready, but almost ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you have time to prepare because it takes 10 minutes, right?
It takes 10 minutes. That's
Okay.
what I'm kind of explaining this out
In the
right now.
meantime, do we want to think of a game plan for if we have to fight the dog?
If we have to fight the dog,
Or do we just go for it?
I mean, the best I can offer
Boop
is...
the snoot? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, enlarge might be nice, or haste.
I can cast.
As long as you don't get stunned.
I can also give you the what's it called? Where is it?
Divine Weapon?
Yeah.
You're looking for Divine Weapon?
I thought I had it prepared. Apparently I didn't have it.
You
No,
got
I did have it
Divine
prepared.
Weapon prepared.
I did have divine weapon. What the? Oh,
I
it's
am-
holy weapon. Wait,
Holy Weapon. Yeah, that's what it is.
I had it prepared. What did I unprepare for it?
No clue.
I thought I got rid of banishment.
Are we actually gonna go fight this fucking dog? I don't want to do this tonight.
Oh, that's why. Because I have one more spell.
Go let the dog convince you not to fight it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to convince you that this is a net positive.
Hey,
Well, we could let it try.
Hey, we could
Demons
tell,
can be very persuasive.
We can tell the dog that it's got the wrong method and delay it another 5 years.
You should dig down. If you go through the earth, eventually you come around to the sun.
If you catapult into the chain.
Tommy's gonna break his teeth on the chain and then he won't be able to eat the sun. He's gotta try something else.
That's too smart for Stonk.
Tell him he's gotta jump off of Thor's back.
That's literally... I was suggesting jumping off of Thor's mountain to try and delay it.
I want him to come fight with Thor with us. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That way we get to have him around, but we don't get to kill him. Till we feel like it.
That's a lot of you to ask of Stonk.
Well, we'll just go talk to him.
Go talk to him.
I'm
He's
going
nice.
to talk to him.
And he's gonna open his mouth and let go of this chain and get pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk to him.
Okay. So
And
you
I
ritually
will-
cast it?
Yeah, I'll ritually cast it.
Alright.
I will go up and I will ask loudly. I just want to make sure that it can hear me over its growling and snarling
And chomping.
and chomping and biting. Skull, what will become of this world when you devour the sun?
Darkness! And he munches down on the chain and pulls it down again. Wreckage and ruin! The Jotun will watch the world they made crumble under their feet. And he latches onto the chain again and heaves it from the sky. The heavens will ignite to flame with hell's fury, and the sun will blacken with the ash of the burning world.
Yeah, I think we have to kill Popper.
Okay, but only you can understand that, so it's up to you to decide.
I will say, the Jotun will watch this all happen. No, they're gonna.
No, they're already all dead.
They're dying. There's not
We've
a lot
killed
of
all the important ones.
Mm-hmm.
this.
What, Alamace is gonna piss himself in the corner? Is that really worth it?
And I'll say that as he's doing this, he will stop a little bit to look down at Stonk and say, "Why do you ask, patron?
Ask him what.
Patron.
Ask him
Patron
what
of hell, baby."
Ask him what he'll do. What's he up to after that?
What Skull will do after
Yeah. What's his game plan?
I think he just said wreckage and ruin.
goals?
What are your long-term
We
goals?
just
Where do you see yourself in 5
We
years?
hashed the beginning of the session, but
Yeah.
just tied with a dog.
Oh my god, it is ending like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Stonk.
What will you have in 500 years?
You, Dad.
Fucking spoil it, why don't you?
For what? We were just talking.
That was so out of context.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. No one would ever guess that.
If they understand what that meant, then it's not a spoiler.
Do what, hon?
What about that?
Look up at that.
Habidaha? Gabagoot.
Happy has to happen.
Happy had to happen.
I ask because I don't wish to see this world end after the Jotuns fall.
If humanity cannot survive without the Jotun, it never deserved to exist in the first place.
That's something Stonk might agree with.
Humanity, yeah.
What about Goliath?
I think this meant
Humanity refers to
as mortals.
humanoids, yeah.
Maxie will make it.
And the halflings might make it. They breed like rabbits.
What about the fish people? The fish people gonna make it?
Fish people are fine. The ocean's swelling.
It's full of
But it's
blood,
also
though.
getting full
Yeah,
of
it
blood.
depends on how close they are. Proximity, you know?
It's just a question of permanence. I don't know. You know
He
what?
kind of implied that if they make it, they make it. He's not saying he'll try to kill them. It's just, if they die, they die. It's up to Stonk if he wants to trust that.
Yeah.
Can I insight check?
Sure, inside check.
-1.
I feel like we three wouldn't like
Oh.
that, but I can see Stonk liking
I thought
that.
that was a nat 1 for a second.
3.
And what are you trying to do? You are just...
I was just trying to insight check if they were... If Skull was being honest about...
If the community makes it, they'll leave him alone.
Yeah.
I mean... It doesn't... with a 3, it doesn't appear that Hell nor Fenrir/Skull really...
Care?
They don't care about humanity. They want to kill the gods, and if people die too, that's fine, but they aren't actively seeking to wipe out humanity.
So if they live...
I'll say that's all you know.
But you also have to figure out how the fuck they're gonna live without sun.
Yeah.
And it's all up to you if you think having no sun kills people. The Drow made it.
You can exchange a couple more words with Fenrir, and you can decide to tell the party, like, hey, you know, I don't think that, you know,
This is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think that we should kill him.
Mhm.
Oh.
Or we should kill him.
Or we should kill him. It's up to you. But
Or we should pet him.
we can pet him.
You could try to argue the sun is pretty cool for the dog.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I don't... We could go fetch... What if you just chased the sun through the sky? Wouldn't that be cool? If you could just roll the sun on the ground like a bouncy ball, wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, Lauren was right, though. We all do want to be friends with this doggo.
We really want to be friends with this dog, but we're really making we're making some logical leaps.
We're trying to figure out how we could be friends. Should be a 20-session arc where we befriend a dog.
If this was just a dude, we would not have fucking...
We would kill
We
him
would be like,
outside.
oh, fuck you.
If he was
But
a
instead,
giant,
Lauren decided to give us a dog.
It's a doggo!
if he was a giant, we wouldn't even stop to talk. We would have just killed him.
Yeah. It would have been murder.
Stab.
I think the dog's a villain,
What? But aren't we also the villains?
but he's like a villain. We're just
We're
We're just
what
psychopaths.
is worse, destroying the sun or deicide?
sun.
I think destroying the sun, yeah, largely.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you kill all the gods, the collective rampant runes might be equivalent to eating the sun. But killing one god versus killing the sun, I'd say the sun's worse.
I mean, if we can convince the dog that killing all the gods, there's no need to kill the sun.
No one to watch?
Yeah.
Ask him how he's going to glow if there's no one left to see it.
If we don't have the mental energy to decide if we want to fight it today, we can do it next session. But that will cut into some of the other things I have planned. Josh, I can tell you don't really know what to say or how to handle it.
No,
So,
not particularly. I don't
we can
like
just
this
wait.
decision, to be honest. I think killing Skull is both the right thing to do and what my character would do.
But you don't want to do it now.
I don't want to do it now, and I don't want to do it at all, to be honest. I just don't want to kill Skull.
How about this? How about we say in character, it'll take him a while, we'll kill him on the way back, and then we just leave it for
Put
the
him on the
epilogue.
back burner. we
Oh, I mean,
We don't know how long it'll take.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulling it inch by inch. It's going to take him a month or two.
How long is it going to take us to climb Thor's mountain?
Oh, for convenience sake, it'll happen roughly at the same time you make it to the top of the mountain. I'm gonna end the session here. We'll continue this encounter next week.
Okay.
Yeah, had fun. Fun introduction. So I will see you all next week then.
Lauren,
Hmm.
why'd you make this evil character so likable?
Yeah.
If you made him a
By making
pupper.
Pupper.
He's a pupper. Fenrir has always been a pupper.
Yeah, but you see...
Fenrir has always been a pupper, has always been, like,
You never had to fight
likable.
Fenrir.
Fenrir's like...
You're supposed to be cool. You're not supposed to kill him yourself. You're supposed to let the gods kill him.
Fenrir, like, in his own myths, is like, hey, I'm happy dog. Oh, people betrayed me.
Oh, I grew too big and people got scared of me.
Honestly, in the myth, I'm still rooting for him.
Yeah.
In this version of the story, Fenrir was tied down, of course, because like a growing size, getting too big, and it stressed him out so much that he gnawed himself in half, and then the two, Skull and Mani were born. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you all next week, and we will conclude this conversation. Right? I'll see you then.
Woo.